All right. Just us, huh?
Just us for now, yeah. Yeah. Chadwick said he might pop in.
Woohoo.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the pub stream number 8. Everything is always perfectly fine. You join us on a very hot, muggy, fucking sweaty, sticky Saturday evening. So, hopefully the weather where you all are is all right. If it's not, I feel you, bro. I feel you. So let's have a look at briefly who we've got in the chat. According to my little list there, nobody so far, but I can see James Woodwright and Blind Girl in the chat already, as well as Green Thunder, who's in the Hangouts. So, yes. Thank you for confirming that, Green Thunder. Joining me for the start of tonight's stream, there will be a couple more people dropping in and out throughout the stream, or so they've said. But joining me at the start, we've got Green Thunder Demighty.
Hello.
Excellent. And Pumpkin Chucker. Hey. And Bjorn in Gulf City joins us in the chat. Hello there, mate. How are you? We got Lil Nigger there. Like I say, there are a couple of people I am waiting for, but they'll pop in eventually. They have the link. So, we'll start the way we normally start off, and we'll start the way we normally start out these streams. Green Thunder, what have you been up to this week?
Trying to fix a riding lawnmower. It won. It's going to stay behind the garage forever now.
You've given up, have you?
Well, after it eats its second starter, there's not much I can do with it.
No. And Trucker.
Well, to be fair, at one point you said you had multiple. At one point you said you had multiple lawnmowers at the house, right? Neither one fully worked on their own.
True, but I used the second starter from the other one, so now I'm out of starters.
Well, that wasn't my idea.
Okay, so what?
Anyway, hello, Peter.
Yeah, eh? So what have you been up to then, Trucker?
Oh, let's see. I've been working and doing streams and working and doing some streams. And did I mention working?
Working.
My life is boring.
Yeah. You haven't been working by any chance, have you?
As a matter of fact, I have been. I don't know. Actually, the other night, I finally got to see Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah. Thoughts?
And yeah, I'm sitting there watching it. I'm just thinking, big deal. I mean, I'm hearing this. Oh my God, it's an uber feminist thing, and I'm hearing this and that, and I'm just thinking. Most of what I saw was girls talking back and forth to each other. So,
I can kind of see that. Now, I've not seen Captain Marvel, but I have seen the Ghostbusters reboot, obviously. But I didn't get the controversy when I saw it. I was like, I'm not really seeing any of this, feminism
I
stuff.
saw
the movie's supposed to be full of, because yeah.
Well, with the Ghostbusters thing with me, I mean, I know that on Twitter I had a lot of people fuss at me doing the whole, you must be sexist and all this stuff. No, my reason for not watching Ghostbusters is you're 30 years too late. Sorry.
I saw it before I heard anything about the controversy, and I thought it was
Yeah, it's not a good film, is it? It really isn't a good film. But it's one of those.
Really, I wouldn't call it
It's one of those. I have seen it more than once, and I'm glad I have seen it.
Yeah, I've seen worse movies.
Yeah,
and it's called Rubber.
Bicentennial Man.
Rubber.
What's wrong with Bicentennial Man? Well, I haven't seen that in a while, but
it's a 2.5 hour waste of Robin Williams.
I can go with that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's a 2.5 hour episode. It's a 2.5 hour episode of Star Trek that they managed to squeeze down to 1 hour.
Yeah.
Is Data alive?
Yeah. No, it's. Oop, and we've just been joined by Megan. Hi, Knight.
Good evening.
Hello.
Can you hear humming in the background on my end?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay, it's an air conditioner, and I've got this. I have a south side facing room, and so the sun's on it right now, and it's a fucking sauna.
Jesus Christ.
So I do apologise, but I need it on.
That's quite all right. I'd have my fan on, but I've taken it apart.
See, fans to me, this my sister gave it to me. It's like I put ice or water in the side, and it cools the room down. So I need to buy a proper one because it's not really doing a good enough job.
Yeah.
So I'll do that on Tuesday or something.
Well, this was
fans though just regurgitate warm air. So to me, it's just no.
Unless it's blowing directly on your face, then
Yeah, but then you move, and then you've got the humidity just hit you again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a cheap, crappy USB one I bought from Morrison's one year, and it's finally one of the wires in it has gone. Yeah.
How good's your Twitch channel and all that?
Well, I've only really started streaming on Twitch again recently, but I've been multi-streaming between YouTube and Twitch.
Be very careful with being inactive on Twitch, because then you could lose your affiliate status.
I know. But last weekend I started doing afternoon streams on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
keeps you busy at least.
Yeah, because I kind of want to focus more on the YouTube thing. I mean, I've taken this week off it because I've had a few personal issues, but
hopefully nothing too serious.
Just mental health stuff. I've checked back into counselling, so hopefully.
Okay, well, I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, but I did a stream on YouTube on a Tuesday, a very sort of let's say copyright dangerous stream. I got the DVD of Charlie Says, all the old public information films.
Right.
Green Cross Code Man and things like that, and I was giving commentary on that, and nothing bad really happened apart from just one 20-second clip got claimed.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, that could be cropped out.
Yeah, true.
Terribly sorry, lost all signal there for a moment.
Yeah, I think that's just because I just stopped talking for a little bit. Yeah. But yes, that's right, James Wood. Right, Jimmy Savile was in it. There was the Clunk Click Every Trip one that appeared as well. We could have technically played a game on Tuesday. How many of these have been caught by Operation U-Tree? Hello, Mr. Misanthropic.
Me to resurrect Jimmy Savile just so he can watch his world be torn down around him.
Yes.
It's not enough that he tore his tombstone and all that. No. Because that means he's still in the ground. No, thank you. Please resurrect him, because I'd very much like to have a word.
Ah, yes. The creepiest...
To the interpretive dance of aggressive negotiations.
Yes. Aggressive negotiations.
It's a Star Wars reference.
Yeah. We talking prequels there? Because I don't remember them as well.
It was in the very first prequels in Phantom of the Menace.
Ah, right.
Phantom of Menace. What's it called?
The Phantom Menace.
Sure, it's cool. Let's just go with never ever going to be as good as anything Star Trek did. Star Trek better.
Agreed.
I just like the quote.
I don't know, Trucker. You know my thoughts on Star Trek. I enjoy the films, especially the original 6, but in terms of,
if you have to try and you've got to measure the quality of what you get from Star Trek with the drivel you get from gay space cowboys.
Space cowboy.
And one space pirate.
And one space what? Sorry.
You know, the funny part,
One
the
space
funny
pirate.
thing I've ever heard. The best argument I ever heard, actually the most convincing one to be anti-Star Trek, is mentioning that Star Trek is basically, it's military, it's Navy, it's submarine in 3 directions. You can't really argue against that if you're not a military person.
Yeah. I think though with me the thing that puts me off Star Trek slightly is it's the same thing that put me off Doctor Who for a long time, which is the fan base.
I can go with that.
I kind of
The Whovians, yes. they're quite,
Whovians and
intolerable.
Trekkies. Yeah. I mean,
I actually sort of distanced myself a few years ago from Doctor Who. I was a huge fan. I've got lots of Doctor Who memorabilia now boxed up because I just got so sick of what I was watching. I gave Capaldi a fair chance. The story was rubbish. I gave Whittaker a fair chance. The story was even worse. I decided, you know what? We're done.
Yeah. Well, my main consumption of Doctor Who is in the audios that Big Finish do, and mainly the Paul McGann ones.
The comics.
No, the audio dramas.
Oh, I never listened to the audios. I read the comics with him, and they're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, they
did his Doctor a lot more justice in the art, and I had heard they did him justice and books and obviously audio. And I was very happy for that because the film was the most Americanized piece of shit I'd ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It really was, and that was.
And it's a
that was how
shame.
most people
It's
saw
a
it.
shame
That's not a
because
shot at it.
it's a shame because he's quite good in it.
Yeah, so it's not a shot at American culture or anything like that. But Doctor Who is a very British show with a very British sense of humour.
Yeah.
And then spinning it to be more American instead to make it appeal to Americans fell flat. They end up having to make it more British, very British, no less. And that worked with like Tennant and Smith when the ratings went up as they did with them as doctors.
Yeah.
Even if no one liked Smith, which is fine. He was alright.
It took me almost his entire run to get used to Smith.
It was his
meant to be
an old doctor in a young body.
Yeah.
Which was then the opposite for Capaldi being a young doctor in an old body. Which I thought was quite clever.
And God knows what Jodie Whittaker's supposed to be.
She's the intersectional doctor, don't you know? It's why a lot of the episodes became about retelling history to make people feel guilty for what they did. I watched half of it and decided you need 3 assistants to make your story work.
Yeah. The last one I watched
the
was
same
the
as
Rosa
Capaldi.
Parks one.
There was a big hoopla over the pay gap, right? And so they made Whittaker. She got the same salary as Capaldi for the whole year, right? Well, that's funny you should mention that because he got paid nearly $300,000 for 13 episodes a year. She gets the same for 10. That's not equal pay for equal work. In fact, that's the complete opposite. That's inequality. That bitch needs to lose about 90 grand.
Yeah.
She needs to lose a bit.
Well,
Not
the
90
first
grand. She needs to lose a
episode
bit.
was 10 minutes longer.
Was it?
I remember them. I remember them
was
making
10
a
minutes
big
though.
deal about that as well.
I remember not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
I did a stream with someone talking about it, saying I'd give it a fair chance. I did, and no, I can't. I can't do it. It's just absolutely. It's not even Doctor Who anymore. It is. There are elements that are, but they openly said they were going to nix, quash, destroy, obliterate canon, so that it works for them. And I thought that was a bit cheeky.
I kind of found it. I stopped watching after the point where Doctor should have completely ended, where he should have died for the last time. And he got some bullshit.
Oh, and Trenzalore.
Yeah.
Oh, that was yeah.
Well, actually, they had set up a new regeneration cycle on the special before when they said not all 12, all 13, and so that implied that Capaldi would be the last.
Yeah.
But then they spun it for a whole new regeneration cycle, including 12 regenerations. but I think the show will be cancelled long before we reach all of those. And I don't think there are enough minorities that they can possibly have a doctor for each person to truly represent everyone. So, best of luck with that if you're going to play down that fucking atrocious card.
We'll have a non-binary dwarf POC as the doctor now.
The non-binary thing's interesting. There's a YouTube channel I've been following for years. 'Cause I saw them on back long before I was on YouTube. I saw them on Geek and Sundry's Will Wheaton's tabletop games. They have a music channel called the Double Clicks, and one of them now identifies as they them and changing her name from Angela to Laser. But then, no. I have no issue with any of that. I don't give a damn. What intrigued me the most was that every mannerism, every behavior I saw was distinctly masculine. So I kind of thought to myself, how can you claim to not be something that aligns with these gender norms, but you are very much portraying a male with blue hair and trying to do a grumpy face? I don't get it. They do some good music, though, to be fair. It's not bad.
Well, that's it. Respect the art, really.
I find it interesting because I don't know how you portray non-binary if you then go on to contradict it with a particular gender's typical behaviours. It's, I don't know, interesting. What do you think?
If you want to be considered something and you act like something else, then that's bollocks. But if you do want to be considered in one way, you have to make some sort of concerted effort to sort of portray that, rather than just saying to people, I am this.
Do you know how to get hold of Cynical, Lindsay?
Yeah, hang on a sec. I just spotted that. I was just dealing with it. Hang on.
Oh.
I kind of agree with you on Peter, on Peter, or can agree with you on that. There we go. If you're gonna say I'm non-binary and don't conform to either, well, don't conform to either. I mean,
yeah,
a lot of non-binary folks want to say they don't conform to either by conforming to both.
I do wonder.
I mean,
if they want to do a non-binary, if say they do want to one day do a non-binary doctor, I mean, it's a gender expression. So, how do you portray that? I don't actually know. Do you end up looking like? I've got a picture I save on my desktop, and I don't know if I can screen share it, but I'll DM it to Peter, see if he can, because I've had this picture on my hard drive for ages. So I used it in a video, and it's really funny, of a non-binary mother, right? And it is really, really. This is apparently what a non-binary mother looks like. Okay, it's an alien. That's what I see. Okay. And so, can you imagine? Now, imagine this: I said to you, Peter, flying the TARDIS. Can you screen share that or not?
You're not screen sharing right now, but
no. I mean, can you share that image instead?
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm not really. I hate Hangouts. Okay, I'm not going to bother relearning how to do such things.
I'm gonna.
But yeah,
I don't blame you.
When you see the picture. Now, then imagine that, what you're about to see, sorry, they, them, flying the TARDIS with their Starbucks.
Fucking hell. Hang on.
Well, they're conforming to something.
They look like an alien.
I'm just showing it on the screen.
They really do.
Yeah. Rather than screen sharing
like
it in the Hangouts, I've just moved it over onto the stream screening.
Yeah, cool. Right, so imagine, I want you to envision that. Imagine the effort gone to, right? Because normally some girls just do makeup on their face, don't they? Right? Yeah. Now imagine the amount of effort the makeup artists have to go to doing the entire chrome dome. Now, I'm not judging her because she actually doesn't. To be honest, she doesn't actually look that. Sorry, they don't look that bad. To be fair, not that bad at all. It's that's apparently non-binary, and I'm thinking actually no, that's still female.
Yeah.
but with a very unique hairstyle. With the hairline so far back, it starts at the crack of her ass.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, it's quite the gender expression. I like it. I keep that picture because sometimes it might come up one day, and I might reuse it because it's just too good. It looks like she'd chin everyone.
What's that candy floss headed bint in the background?
I think it is. Yeah, it was related to an article about in Australia to Mother's Day and Father's Day, and getting rid of it and just calling it Acknowledgement Day. And that was the picture at the title of the article, and I kept it because it was just so. I don't know. She does. If you put your hand over the top of her head, she's quite cute. To be fair, a lot of effort's gone into making that look cute, though.
Stick a wig on there.
But that's a lot of it's just a lot of paint around the side there to make the top. It looks like a Go Fast stripe, but in white. I think she looks more alien, like something from Star Trek, which I think is brilliant.
Well, she does. She looks like
Yes,
that. What's her name? Ilya from the first Star Trek movie.
Probably.
Yeah.
Nanu.
Hang on. I only watched this one the other day as well. I can't remember the character's name. Let's see. Here we go.
So, what do you normally do on these streams?
It's just a normal hangout and chat affair. No real agenda. No. Hang on. It'll be on the stream now.
Oh, the alien. Oh, yeah. Ilya. Yeah. Some women don't look bad with the bald cap. They don't look bad at all. It suits some people.
Yeah. Well, Sigourney Weaver in Alien 3 for a start.
Massive.
Yeah.
Doesn't suit everyone, of course.
And yeah, no, I would say Karen Gillan as well. She shaved her head for a film, didn't she? Can't remember what film though.
I don't know either. I know Gail Porter had no choice in it, and that was alopecia. It suits her, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean,
Just saves a lot of ratings.
Yeah. Well, she was naturally quite an attractive woman anyway, so. And yeah, Bjorn of Gulf City, ha ha ha. I'm older than 10, am I allowed on here? Ha ha. What I meant is, James Woodwright asked in the chat, when do you normally do these streams? It's normally Friday nights between 8 and 10. But
why tonight instead of yesterday then?
I was having a few technical issues last night. I couldn't get OBS to open or anything, so
I normally just OBS this, use Discord, done. Just Hangout. I hate Hangouts so much. When I first started on YouTube, everyone used Hangouts, and it was fine. I used to use a piece of Blue Tack to cover my camera on my laptop.
Yeah.
And then I learned to disable it, and it was fine. But the real issues I had were that it didn't like my microphone. It hated it. So even when I got better microphones over time, it still just hated them. So Discord was what I use now. It's easier.
Well, the problem is I can't really use Discord reliably for voice chat. Off air, yeah, perfectly. Off air, I can talk. I can talk to people on Discord for hours, but it has a tendency to robot and cut out a lot.
I've never had that issue, but it might be your computer. To be fair, that might be more about the internet you have than
could be
OBS or Discord, because it is quite demanding. If you want to do a speed test if you're using Hardwire, do a speed test and find out what your upload rate is. If it's anything less than 3 megabits per second, you're fucked.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I get 4.4 I get 4.5. Well, I used to. Now my sister, when she moved in here, she it brought her internet without telling me, and it's down to 3.5 at most, which I can still do my trucking streams on, so it's not too bad. If you can do that, we're fine. I'm not going to complain.
Nice.
But it's just one of those inconvenient. It can be inconvenient if your upload rate isn't that good.
Yeah. Welcome to the Hangout, Cynical Lindsay, as well.
Hello, hello.
Hello, person.
How are you, gentlemen?
We're all right. We're all right.
Usual miserable British self. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Just enjoying a lovely Saturday.
Lovely.
Lovely.
You're clearly not in this unbearably, horrible, horrible heat.
Oh, I live in Arizona. I know exactly what heat is like.
You don't know our suffering. You make it hot, but you just don't understand, though. It was yesterday, it was 18. Today it's 28. What the fuck? I was not prepared for this.
It's 38 right now as I speak.
I don't care.
Okay, so what's 100? What's like 105 degrees in Celsius? Or
Yeah, see, that must
About
be
39 or 40.
Yeah, it must be horrible for you guys. I get that. But when in our country, when it's been so cool for so long, and then just bam, it does shock the system. We don't have. I've been talking to patrons on my server about this because I was thinking about buying an air conditioner, and I thought if I ask them first, at least then because I normally put the money back into the channel by buying soundproofing and stuff and microphone stuff, and we don't have air conditioning in the UK.
No.
Do we?
I was going to ask that if you guys have air conditioning.
It's not. We don't have them connected to our windows. We don't have them in the shops, but they're mostly refrigerated units. We don't really have air conditioning, so I'm looking on Amazon to try and find something, but I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, air conditioning is an absolute necessity where I live. Otherwise,
I've got a few friends in Texas who own issues, like the heat so much they step outside even after being inside, and they'll just throw up because it's just too hot. That's not how you should be living your life. Move to a different state. For God's sake.
Arizona's got that heat where when you walk outside, you don't sweat because all the sweat immediately evaporates off your skin.
That must be nice for like 2 seconds till you turn into a prune.
Hey, Rosie.
You're talking about sweat?
Yes.
Hi, Rosie.
Because I have some stories to tell.
No, it's just a dry heat here.
It
So
is
is an
so fucking hot.
Oh, dude, you's about to have a bad day. You about to have a real bad day, dude. Sorry. Sorry,
What?
I just got passed by a motorcycle and yeah, we're headed to a thunderstorm.
Ooh.
Let it storm already, please.
Yeah, it was threatening to thunder and lightning here earlier, but
I'm trying to do it for a couple of weeks. We had it one night where it was right over my head, and it was enough to scare one of the rabbits we have to death, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
But it was very loud to the point I had to put a couple of blankets over the window just to try and dampen the sound.
We had a thunderstorm the other day. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. And I've never seen anything like that in my life. And the next day on the news, they said it was a record, like with lightning. They said it was 25,000 lightning strikes. And I was on the call with Tom, and I was just like showing him on the camera, like it was just like the whole sky was just lighting up. Like
You're not in Kent, England, are you, by chance?
Sorry?
You're not in Kent, are you? Because that was what we had.
I'm in the Netherlands.
Apparently, Eastbourne had nearly 1,000 strikes, which was such an obscene number.
Yeah, I've never fucking seen anything like it. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Like it was insane. I never seen anything like it. And I'm just 3 years old, so.
I was half expecting, because sometimes when there are natural disasters or anything like that occurs, usually an archbishop will come out and say, it's the Puff's fault. I was half expecting one to come out and say that about the lightning that hit Eastbourne and the rest of Kent. It's the Puff's fault. them and their bumming.
I was just about to say, I mean, who do you blame for this kind of thing?
The puffs.
Yeah.
It's the puffs' fault, Peter.
You know, it's interesting. If you think the lightning strikes are interesting, here where I live, we get what we call haboobs, which are dust storms. So you see like this wall of dust from like miles away. You could see coming inward.
Sorry, where are you from?
I'm from Arizona.
Oh,
I'm like
okay.
right.
That's
I'm the state right above Mexico.
Yeah. I understand. Dust storms. That sounds horrific.
Oh yeah, it's like a wall of dust that just comes your way. It's rather fun, especially trying to drive in it.
Damn, grief.
Well, only 11 and a half more years, guys. Then it's all over, anyways.
Say again,
7 years.
Rosie.
What is it? Giant meteor supposed to strike or something?
No, so that's what the scientist. Yeah.
Oh,
warming.
because of what Ocasio-Cortez.
Ocasio-Cortez, yes.
Guys, like,
doomsday
where's
prophecy.
Turkey getting like this massive storm that's going to hit
Like,
out years?
like
Like climate change is real, guys.
concentration camps.
Like, if we can't talk serious, we'll just wave our arms around in the air.
Have you
That
guys
proves we're
seen
serious,
that
isn't
little
it?
girl who does Ocasio-Cortez in impersonation or impression?
little-
Like, how do you say
The
that?
little 8-year-old girl.
Oh,
she's
she
hilarious.
is so good.
Well, there's
I
an
love
8-year-old
her.
girl who does impressions of AOC.
Yes, and she is fucking good at it. She looks like her with the glasses and stuff, and like it's amazing. You should check it out.
Yeah, she's quite adorable. I wish I remembered what the name of her account was.
I don't remember her name either, actually. I saw an interview on her. I think it was like on Tucker or maybe Laura Ingraham or something. She's awesome.
I'll have to wait until someone finds the video for me because there is absolutely no way I am typing 8-year-old girl and AOC into Google.
Though I think it's absolutely adorable, and she's actually pretty right on.
Mm-hmm.
She
I hate
is.
to say it. I would kind of rather if she did. Yeah, I would still kind of rather if she didn't, because to be consistent, if I don't like the left using kids for politics, I can't like the right for using kids for
Okay,
politics.
but
I
but
agree.
this is a girl that puts on glasses and says like a lot. They
I know
put
who you're
their
talking
kids
about.
in fucking dresses and put them in strip clubs and throw money at them. Like it's different.
It's different, but it's still kind of the same. It's still using children for a political end, one way or the other.
I
And it's funny-
understand what you mean. I understand what you mean, but first of all, she wanted it herself. It was her own idea.
And
She did.
Prospero in the chat says, come on, we want to see how fast the Humberside police hops on it. I don't think they would care. Greater Manchester police, however.
I will say
Well,
one thing about
Manchester
AOC
people are
in and of
fans.
herself. That I will say one thing about AOC in and of herself that I find incredibly wild. She says like and for sure much more often than my first wife did. And my first wife was a Southern Californian Valley girl. So like she talked like this all the time.
Right.
She makes American people look
Okay.
like idiots.
Okay, thank you to A Human in the chat who's managed to find this for me. Now, I can play it on stream, but...
Oh, I was in the middle of doing that.
Yeah, but you guys in the Hangout won't hear it.
I'm only on the Hangout. I'm not in the stream, so I should move to my laptop. Actually, I'll do
in
that.
exactly 12 years. And, like, I'm only 29 years old now.
Gonna mute myself
so
for a
the
bit.
world will be over when I'm only
Oh my God, Bjorn of Gulf City says you play an American Truck Simulator
37
today. It
years
seems
old.
so realistic.
I'm doing a fantastic job, I have to say. For once, I'm not veering into traffic, and the NPCs aren't driving into me either. It's a great day. Thank you, autopilot pumpkin trucker.
Yes, sir.
Well, I woke up this morning and saw something on Twitter that I did not want to see.
Has Soup been
Dick pic
DMing
you
you
like?
again?
No.
Twitter, it can't be that bad.
So apparently Teen Vogue posted another trash article in regards to, I just saw the headline as in toddlers can consent, and then I saw like hashtag sexual
No.
I was like, oh, I'm done with the internet for today.
Oh,
I
Well,
saw the other day an article, I think it was on the Daily Mail, and it was about how pedophilia should be considered should not be considered a crime, but mental disorder. And I was like, oh my god, are we going this way again?
To be fair, when it comes to toddlers, my 2-year-old has absolutely no problem whatsoever grabbing your junk, but that's because he's trying to use it as something to grab onto to climb up you. He doesn't know what it's for. He doesn't know the kind of pain he's causing, and he doesn't know that, dude, that ain't right.
You know,
Fair enough.
the Daily Mail confuses me because I hear a lot of Brits saying it's a right-wing rag, but I've seen them virtue signaling to the left as well. So it's like they can't make up their minds, at least from what I've seen.
and hello, Brit Gamer Girl in the chat. Hello.
Hey, Brit.
I'm going to answer that by saying, well, now I'm annoyed.
Hey?
Freaking trying to,
What are you trying to do?
What?
Green Thunder? What were you trying to do?
no, I was saying freaking pedophiles should just be tortured to death. A nice, like maybe over a day, just tortured to death.
Can I just add,
Castrating. That sounds good to me.
can I add a little counter to this? Because I get this people get this confusion quite a lot. So with somebody who's a paedophile, I would want to offer them help unless they've committed the crime. At which point they are then a sex offender, and I don't have time for that.
Right.
I agree with that, yeah.
Because people make this mistake all the time. The mistake is always made, and it's something I've made this mistake. I know this because Logic was the one that's corrected me, and it was a case that I kind of thought, okay, I'm more than happy to help those that have yet to do it. I don't care for the virtuous paedophile shit. Just get help, okay? Just get help. And
I can't agree with that.
But if you've committed the crime, sorry, I'm not gonna stop people from caving your skull in. Okay, I'm not gonna stop it.
Yeah, but what really baffles me is that you actually have people that are somehow trying to normalize their problem, which is not going to help.
Maps are not okay.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, don't decriminalize it. It is obviously a mental disorder, but it should still be a fucking crime, you know?
Agreed.
Well, and now I'm starting to see the rise of zoophiles on Twitter.
Oh, for
Zoophile. What's this? No, fam. What the fuck is that?
No, guys, haven't you followed the whole Kiro story?
It's
Obviously not. I've been busy working on a very big video. I don't watch anything. I've been so busy. What is this zoophile shit? Come on.
They're
So basically, no, listen. So basically, a couple months ago, there was this one dude who is like one of the most famous zoo, like, furries, and he got hacked, and they found a bunch of fucking, like, torture videos and stuff on his laptop. And on the Kiwi farms, they started, like, hacking all of them, and they kept finding, like, they're all fucking horrible people. Like there were like puppies getting like tied up and fucked in the ass and stuff. There was this one video where there was this guy who had cut off the head of a dog and he was fucking the head. Like that's how fucking sick they are.
Jesus.
And this is why I hate furries.
Well, and then Shu pointed out on Twitter not too long ago, she found some post of this guy who had apparently found a dead dog and was talking about how attractive it looked and how he basically wanted to stick his dick in it. And I'm like, no.
That's what I'm saying. They're sick. Sick people.
So yes, Omega, that's what a zoophile is.
I think we need to now have criminal background checks on people who go to the zoo now.
You know,
Yeah,
I
sorry,
think
we
this
can't
requires my
we can't let you in the
favorite
monkey enclosure unless you sign this form.
No, actually, there was this one guy in Cuba that they hacked as well, and that they found out that he was like torturing dogs as well, and it was dogs that he would go to like the pound, like where you like the shelter.
And he would pound a dog.
No, he went to the shelter, and at the shelter they thought, oh, he's so nice, he takes all our dogs, you know. And then they hacked him, and they found out he was torturing the dogs. But in Cuba, animal like how do you say that? Like animal torture, it's not like criminalized.
There are certain
they
aspects of caring for
so
animals.
They,
like, that was
they
restricted.
couldn't do anything about it, and now they're trying to change the laws so they can at least.
Just envision
Get them
people going
locked
to a
up,
zoo,
you know?
right? And they're screening people to make sure they're not carrying anything dangerous or might tempt the animals like food. And then they find the one guy's brought in a big jar of KY jelly, and they're like,
anyway, this entire conversation requires me to do my favorite shill of my Streamlabs. Help me glass the planet.
Glass the planet.
Blast the planet.
ADHD as usual, Thunder. Thank you. You know, with the rise of zoophilia, I definitely think there will also be a major rise in Legionnaire's disease.
oh,
Beyond-
well, I guess it's just another step, a natural progression on the path of Darwin.
Bjorn in Gulf City says,
Well,
gives new meaning to give the dog a bone.
That's,
Oh my God, Peter!
you know, it's a pretty fair joke to be fair, though.
It is.
Well, shit, I was thinking in California, there's that rat infestation, and there's speculation that there might be a case of
plague.
bubonic plague. Yeah, that might make a comeback.
Yeah, and that cop got typhoid, didn't he?
So yeah, let's just literally go back to the Dark Ages.
Just quickly, incidentally, Trucker, Prospero, says hi. She just asked me to convey that to you.
Hi, Hi, Prospero. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, I'm on the Pennsylvania Turnpike right now, and I actually just went into a thunderstorm, so
Yeah,
can't
last
pay
time
too
I
much
saw your
attention to the chat.
last time I saw your screen, it was clear. All of a sudden, it is just downpouring.
Well, that's what a thunderstorm will do.
Prospero says, well, there goes that song down the bog. What do you mean? We're all going to the zoo tomorrow. Zoo tomorrow. Zoo tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to repeat this. So Britt goes, Daddy Trucker.
Hey, Britt. Hi, baby girl.
Ew.
Yeah, and the worst part is, I would love to say the condition outside, but I would not be able to do Omegan justice. With the rain and humidity, I cannot say it with justice, sir.
Omega, do you live right by the coast?
I live right on the coast. I live in Deal, Kent.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Because
I
it seems
live
like
we have a castle. We have Channel Breeze, which when it's humid is murder.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
But it gets so strong in the winter that I'm not a small person in height. I can nearly be taken off my feet by the wind. It's fantastic. I hate this town though because I spent so long unemployed, but you know I don't mind it so much now. It's
Yeah,
not bad. I grew up in Surrey. I grew up in a much more posh area than this.
Yeah, I was wondering because sometimes in your videos I'll hear birds in the
Oh
background.
yeah, you get seagulls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get some soundproof curtains because my windows are shut then, and it still picks it up, and I'm just livid. I have twice had an incident with a seagull. Once when I walked past a very small little grey one, and a couple other ones started swooping behind me to try and hit me, to the point where I caught one on its beak, which was quite satisfying. Cut my hand up pretty badly, but it was very satisfying.
I
And
have
the other time, one actually flew into my head.
roof.
Brilliant.
I have
Scott
bird
has-
nests in my roof, and one of them fell out.
Lol.
And my neighbor tried to put it back with the ladder, and she didn't know where the nest was, and she told me, "I just stuck it under your roof tile. I may or may not have break his neck." And I was like,
Fucking hell.
"Fuck!" And then the day that I left to England, it fell out again, and I was about to leave, and it was just like flopping around like on the stairs here, and I was like, "Oh, let's call like animal control and stuff." My dad was like, "Well, fuck that, just go to the airport, bitch." I don't know what happened after with it, but
Well, I don't think it got up and walked away.
You never know. Might have gone for drive-through. Could have gone to McDonald's. You never know.
right. Yeah, I live next to the McDonald's, so
Lol. Manky D.
Do you call them Max, or is that Australia?
Mackie D's, Mickey D's.
We call it Mickey D's.
in
Yeah.
Australia they say Mackie D.
I call them
small
Manky
size.
D because I don't eat them, and I think they're trash. But I have a sister who recently moved and lives right next to a fucking drive-through of Manky D, and she's so happy.
Mickey D.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I've lived there for 4 years. I live next to the McDonald's, and I think I've eaten there like maybe twice, maybe twice, and always like a McFlurry.
In an emergency, right? There is a very small chance. In an absolute emergency, I might use one of their buns as a replacement for toilet paper, and then give it back to them to put with the egg McMuffins.
Yeah, McDonald's is disgusting.
It is pretty good. I will say they got the sausage meat in the bacon egg McMuffins quite nice, but I'm sorry, it's still Manky D. I can't eat it.
I much prefer a
I like
Subway.
their fish fillet stuff. I had one the other day when I was in England. Fish fillet is alright. But it's just disgusting. Everything on McDonald's is disgusting.
Megan,
Well,
Brit
I mean,
Gamer
if
Girl
I-
asks, how you doing?
Who?
Brit Gamer Girl asks, how you doing?
How
And I have to do this. Hello, cryptic.
Right, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Harrow Cliptic.
Hi, Cryptic.
Rosie is a degenerate. Who's Rosie?
She's in the
Dog and
hangout.
circle.
That would be. I'm Rosie.
Oh, right. I knew that.
The biggest clue was when she entered the hangout and I said, "Hi, Rosie."
Yeah, I don't do well with names. I lived with the same 3 people for 5 years at uni, and it took me 4 years to remember which one was which. One of them was a girl, and I still got her name wrong.
Shit. When I lived in Halls at uni, one of my flatmates, genuinely for the whole 2 years I lived with him, I just had to refer to his mate or pal because I could never remember his name.
Lol.
And I won't mind, but
Well, I'm lucky
I ended
I
up-
adopted Rosie. because
I ended up taking him to
my
the
real
hospital
name
one night.
sucks.
I ended up having to take him
Sorry,
to the
what?
hospital one night, and I still didn't learn his name when he was filling out the forms. I was sat next to him. I could have just looked over. I didn't think. That was well, actually, that turned out to be a visit to the hospital for both of us because I'd drunk. Sorry, I was reading the chat. I'd broken my hand the night before because it was my birthday and we'd been out and some drunken idiot had decided to fall outside of the club toilet whilst I was holding the door, whilst I was opening the door, and the big metal handle sandwiched my hand between itself and the tiled wall. And it broke my hand, but I didn't sort of realise how bad it was until the next day. So the next night, when my flatmate came home, covered in blood because he'd been glassed in the street, and we went out and taken you to the hospital. While I'm in the waiting room, I'm looking at my hand, can't move it. I'm like, I might as well get this looked into while I'm here. Yeah, turns out I've broken it.
Nice. You know, same thing kind of happened to me when I was in high school. I was like rushing to get ready because I didn't want to leave my friends waiting outside, and I ended up smacking my foot into the wall. And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. But then I could feel my foot. It felt like it was blowing up like a balloon. And then when I took my sock off, when I got home, I took my shoe and my sock off. It was like black and blue. My two little toes and my one little toe and my pinky toe were like black and blue from like the tip all the way to the top, near the top of my foot. So I think I broke like two pinky toes.
Shit.
Oh, apparently I'm a bot.
Yeah, Russian.
I knew it.
Caught you, Prospero.
So, Rosie, I'm asking this as it's a knowing question, but have you ever embarrassingly injured yourself?
I once walked my dog, and then I couldn't walk for 2 years. So yeah, I have. I broke my leg really, really badly when I was walking my dog, and I thought nothing was wrong. I was like, oh, there's nothing wrong. Like, I'll be fine. So I waited for 2 days until I went to the doctor. And then they took a photo and they said, you have you have 2 bones in your leg, right? And one of them was completely severed and the other one was broken in 2 places. But they said, you have waited for so long. We need to put a cast on it, and you have to wait for 9 days until we can operate on you because the swelling is so bad,
Ooh.
So I had to lay on my side, and nobody was I was with my ex, and nobody was allowed into the room, and 3 people put a cast on me while I was laying on my side, and it hurt so fucking bad. And I was fine for 2 days, I was like, oh, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong. And then the moment that they put the cast on me, and then they took another picture and they said, oh, the cast isn't right, we have to do it again. And I just started crying. I was just so fucking done. And so another time they had to put with 3 people. 3 people. Why do you need 3 people to put a fucking cast on me? And my ex was like, I'm going into the room with her right now, and you're gonna give her some pain relief, medicine or something, So they gave me fentanyl, and they gave me half of the bottle, and my ex was like, give her all, give her all. And the doctor was like, okay, I'll give her all, and then I was fine. When I had that, I was like, okay, do whatever the fuck you want, In the end, they had to put the cast on 3 times before it was correct.
Oh.
Which sucked.
Oh, Bjorn said he got his scrotum caught in the zipper several times.
Oh,
that's like that. I'm so glad I'm not a guy.
No, to be fair, that's the kind of injury you only have once.
Yeah, that's like the one, and obviously it hasn't happened to me yet. There will be a time where a guy will sit on his balls.
Oh, I've
and
done
he'll
that.
only do it once.
I've done that. Yeah.
But when it happens, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen a fantastic video of I don't know who the politician was, but he went to sit down to give a speech on a stage. He sat down, and you know he sat on his balls because the look on his face was amazing.
Oh, God.
Absolute agony. Oh, do you want to answer questions now? No.
I saw that he immediately reached to John.
You're breaking up, Trucker.
Trucker, you're roboting.
Peter, I'm going to have to vanish because I've got to do some other things, okay? Thanks for having me on.
All right. No worries, mate.
see
No
you
worries.
later.
Anytime.
Hi, Omega.
Have fun.
Hi,
Thanks,
Omega.
Thanks for coming on.
See ya.
mate.
No, anytime.
All right. That was Omega, everyone.
Oh, I fucking love this video. I should have told him. I love this video on Amberlyn.
Oh yeah, that's.
I think
some
he's got
good glory.
Yeah, I think he's got another one on Amberlyn Reid coming out soon. Not Amberlyn Reid, Foodie Beauty.
I don't think so.
I was gonna say, I thought he was done.
No, yeah, it's Foodie Beauty. He tweeted out a
Oh, Chantal!
tweeted out a
The
picture
other
before.
crazy one.
Obviously, it'll be on Omegan's Twitter if you follow that. It's also on mine if you follow me at Peter_Allman.
I don't do Twitter.
Oh, no, that's right. You do Gab, don't you? You Nazi.
Yeah. I only use Gap. I don't use Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
I had
like Facebook.
I had a Gab account, but just like my Minds account, it kept signing me out. So I thought, right, fuck this. I can never remember what details I used. I'm just going to go back to Twitter.
Yeah, I signed up for Minds and I made the big mistake of following the free speech page. So now it seems like everything that comes up on my feed are all like Nazi stuff.
Oh yeah, that's Gab as well.
Kind of like a little bit of
Nazi
edge.
stuff.
Yeah, like really, really edgy boy type of content.
Yeah. I saw a meme the other day on Gab and I shared it, not realizing how horrific it was. Because everybody posts everything there, and like it doesn't matter. And my friend, she told me, Rosie, that's a murder victim. and I looked at it again and I was like, oh hell no, that really is a murder victim. It was just a murder victim and they made it into a meme. And I hadn't noticed, it was real. Shit.
Oh God.
Just as a quick
I just
reminder,
remembered one time.
I forgot to mention this
They put
on air.
leaf on her pussy.
I forgot to mention this on air earlier, but tonight, as I delayed the stream from last night, and because it's Saturday night, we're going for a little bit longer. Normally we'd finish at 10, but 10:30, but I'm gonna go to about 11:30, 11:45, maybe.
It's 10 right now for me.
Well, all right. Well, in your plus 1 hour.
Well, it's
plus 1 hour
it's
for
1
Rosie.
o'clock. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, so I guess I've got all the time in the world.
Me and Trucker have 4.
Do you know what time zone we're in, Thunder?
Wait, 1 o'clock? Where are you from then?
Arizona. You meant Lindsay, didn't you?
Oh, me?
Arizona is at 1 o'clock? Really?
Yeah, we're on Pacific Standard Time. We're a little closer to the West Coast.
I see.
Well, no. Right, Rosie.
A human says Gab is fucking useless. It is useless,
Yeah.
but it's less useless than Twitter. And Gab has fucking great memes. So
I was just about to mention that Twitter's great for porn.
well, Gab is great for memes. All the memes that I ever post in your server and stuff.
It's nice to see a lot of the thoughts from Tumblr did go over to Twitter.
Yes.
It is nice to see that.
Yeah, but we're
Hey,
also
human, it's not a burble. I had a burble though, but it's a Presa de Canario.
Yeah, but we're also starting to see the air quote map from Tumblr
God, yeah.
porting over to Twitter.
Yeah, that's...
But you know what? It's fun to make fun of them.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I see their posts, you flood them with memes. I get on their posts and just seeing some of the reactions to some of the memes is just fucking priceless.
Right. Speaking of Twitter, I've just opened it on my phone for some reason. Hang on. What was I looking for?
The Twitter is
I think
fun.
most of my use.
Same here too. Me and Rosie are time zone buddies. Yes, we are. Where are you from, Bjorn?
I think most of my Twitter interaction is a matter of, I get on, I say, "Hey, my dash cam's live." Look through it, through a few pages, roll my eyes, close it, and be done with it.
I think
Every once in a while, I'll call someone brainless, and that's about it.
I think Bjorn is in Norway, isn't it, Bjorn? You're Norwegian?
Thinking Norway or Sweden? Because, I mean, Bjorn's obviously a Scandinavian name.
Oh, Belgian shepherds are nice.
I just have 3 cats.
I have 2 cats.
I've only had
I used to have 7 cats because I had a cat which got pregnant, and when she delivered, which was one of the greatest days of my life, to be honest, I couldn't get them. I couldn't give them away, so I kept them all. But I lived next to like this really, really busy road, and they all got like fucking annihilated by cars.
Oh.
And after that, I was like, I'm done with cats.
This is why I keep my cats indoors. My cats are not allowed to go outside.
But that's a little bit sad because they are so cool outside. You know, like they like going outside.
When I lived on my own before I moved back in with my dad, I had 1 cat. Now when I moved back in, obviously my cat like mingled with the cats my dad has, but they're outdoor cats as well, so they took her outside and everything. My cat ended up getting pregnant, and because she'd been an indoor cat for all of her life, she couldn't handle it, and sadly last April she passed away. But well.
Neither one of my cats will go outside. I've seen them like step out onto the porch, like just outside the door, and the second anything makes a noise, they run back inside.
Oh.
God damn it, Cryptic.
I was also going to get to that. Tony's just
That's a lot of meat, Rosie.
That's like a 5-course meal for Cryptic.
Good lord, that's kind of making me hungry.
It's making you hungry. How do you think Cryptic fucking feels?
The last time my cat went outside for any extended amount of time, he came back with 1 eye.
Oh, shit. Cryptic's considering going out for a hot dog. And I don't mean a sausage in a bun.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bjorn. I didn't mean to misnationalize you.
Check your privilege,
Oh,
Lindsay.
so he's saying he is Swedish?
No,
Yep.
he's Norwegian.
Norwegian, yeah. Because apparently calling
it
fighting words.
or should I say she once had me. Norwegian wood! Get it? I used to know how to play that on guitar as
Yeah,
well.
so you guys were mentioning. I heard you guys were mentioning Doctor Who earlier. There's this app that we have here called Pluto TV, and one of the channels that they have plays like classic Doctor Who. It's like a classic Doctor Who channel.
Oh, nice. Nice. I was watching some classic Who the other day. Some
I've been waiting.
Peter Davison era. I was watching Planet of
I've been
Fire.
waiting to actually run across somebody who installed that Pluto. Is it worth it?
Yeah. There's like
Well, it's free.
yeah,
So,
there's
I mean,
a lot of great channels. Like I said, there's the classic Doctor Who channel. There's a channel on the show Forensic Files, which is a show my husband and I used to watch a lot of.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of and I think that Pluto TV Twitter page confirmed that they're going to try to get a Star Trek channel added.
Okay, I'm sold.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Twitch used to do
Excellent.
marathons of classic Doctor Who as well. I think they've done it twice now, right from the start, from like an Unearthly Child right through to Survival, the last Sylvester McCoy one.
Yeah, actually, I just down something you may get a laugh out of, Lindsay. I just downloaded a video earlier today, and I sent it to Peter over Discord. But I
Yeah.
can send it to you too if you'd like. It's something. I kind of wanted to mention it when they were talking when Peter and Omegan were talking about a Doctor Who fan base. I get a video of some dude dressed up as the David Tennant Doctor singing the Time Warp.
Nice.
Cringy.
Did you? Hang on a sec. Hang on. If Steam, Steam is still open. That means I can launch SoundPad without any problems. Remember that? Oh, I sent you this, Trucker. But yeah, a few weeks ago, I found a ring modulator plugin for my audio recorder, for my audio recording software. Now, if you don't know what a ring,
Yeah, I got that.
yeah. If you don't know what a ring modulator is, it's realistically in real life a ring modulator is a box that you attach to an amp and a microphone, and it creates different effects on your voice. It's what they use to make the Daleks. I looked it up and found the settings for the Dalek voice.
Nice.
And so
Go around going, exterminate.
so
Exterminate.
I had with different settings as well. You can do the Cyberman voice, but I was having to play around with it the other day, and I did a couple of things as well as because I'm working on a video about Doctor Who. Ironically, that Megan mentioned sort of how bad it was, but the Doctor Who TV movie. That's what I'm working on a video about.
Oh, is that the one with
Paul?
Is that the one with
Paul McGann?
Oh crap! I'm trying to remember
Paul
his
McGann.
name. Oh, I was thinking because didn't they do one with Peter Cushing as well?
Oh yeah. They did two movie adaptations of the first two Dalek stories in the 60s.
Okay.
Doctor Who and the Daleks and Dalek Invasion Earth 2158 AD. And they're not, well, for a start, they're nothing to do with Doctor Who as a series. They're just somebody got the license to the stories, rewrote them, rejigged them slightly and made them into a film.
Oh yeah, my husband told me about that because I remembered seeing that. I can't remember where it was, somewhere online. I was like, "Oh, Peter Cushing was the Doctor one time." He's like, "No, it's not. Has nothing to do with the Doctor Who universe."
No.
Like,
The
oh,
Who
okay.
universe.
A human says plug it in now. A human, he can't plug it in. It only can be done to recorded sound, not live.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a cold shower because I'm dying here.
All right. Well, take us with you and switch your camera on. No? Okay.
Kinky.
Fine.
You heavy. You know, I'm really pissed at Netflix for purging the newer Doctor Who from their lineup because I was really wanting to check out
Well, the BBC.
not newer, but
The BBC, I think, have it all on the iPlayer now. I think.
And that's kind of why Netflix ended up having to take it down because the
Yeah.
BBC said no more.
Yeah. But here we go. This is
Lindsay. Do you have Android, Lindsay?
No, I have an iPhone.
Damn. Okay. Do you know any? Do you have any kind of Android device whatsoever at the house?
No, I have. Well, I have a Roku stick, but that's not Android.
No, it ain't. Okay.
no. All right, hang on a
All
second.
right. The option I could have given you isn't an option then.
This is
I need to invest in a Fire.
this is what I recorded the other night, and then turned into a Dalek. Just give it a second.
It's just a jump to the left and a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips and bring your knees in tight. It's just that pelvic thrust that really drives me insane. Let's do the time warp again.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The only problem with it is, and I'm saying this directly to a human because I don't think he got the message. It can only be done post-recording. I can't do it as live. I would have to record a clip and then apply the filter to it. Which is a pain in the arse, but I am looking into seeing if I can find a way of doing it as live, because it'd make it so much easier to record, because I'm not having to try to do a Dalek voice, go back, change it, and then go, that doesn't sound quite right, maybe I need to, and then try it again. I can just do it until it sounds right.
The worst part is when I woke up this morning and I caught up on my news and all that stuff, I saw Monkey was live when the sun was up, which is actually becoming a little more often, which I'm happy about. But because of other stuff going on, I still couldn't catch it live. So I went back and listened to it. First thing I heard on his voice is, "Oh my God, why does he sound like why does he sound like somebody's been interviewed by like Veritas or something?" And within a few minutes, he says, "I know I sound like I'm being interviewed by somebody on Veritas." So I was like, okay. Apparently, his voice is just that bad today, and I'm sitting there, you could have sworn his voice was going through one of those synthesizers.
I'm back.
And yes, I know I just aged myself by actually calling it a synthesizer.
A synthesizer.
Synthesizer.
It's the Sony synthesizer, or it's the Sony synthesizer keyboard. What is a synthesizer? Oh yeah, it's a fucking piano. It's an electronic piano.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Monkey actually live streamed a couple days in a row where I was at work. I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm actually up for this."
Yeah.
A human. That's what I do. It's just I can't do it. That's what I mean. Audacity is what I use to record, and that's where the plugin is. It's just.
Come on, fuckers! I've only had the goddamn signal on for the last 10 miles. Step it up!
Don't road rage, trucker.
Goddamn
Don't
crackhead,
road rage.
cocksucking past.
No, don't road rage.
No.
It's not a Peter Allman stream without Trucker Road Rage.
Yeah, that's correct. It's not one of my streams unless we get some trucker road rage.
Exactly.
The worst part is, Rosie, you've seen my road rage in Peter's Twitch chats. You've seen how there's so much worse than YouTube. That's because YouTube, when my speech to text hits, YouTube has a tendency to delete half of my comment or half of my road rage statements before it even goes into the chat.
Take your ducking brother's duck out of your mouth.
Yeah, that was the couple from West Virginia.
Yeah.
It was take your brothers out of your mouth and don't even think about putting your dad's in there to replace it and drive or something like that. no such there's no such thing as a taboo stereotype for when I have road rage.
No, a human. It's the reverse. I've got the plug-in, not the hardware. But yeah, no, Trucker, your road rage is epic, though.
No, it's bad. It's bad. Like you shouldn't get raging at traffic.
Why? It's either yell at them or run them off the road. Yelling at them, I'll calm down.
Run 'em off the road then.
Yelling at them, I calm down in a minute.
I would say run them off the road, and I think that's exactly why I don't have a driver's license.
It's also entertaining to read out when it pops up in the chat.
Sorry.
I definitely remember dropping one or two in Urbana Fox's chat.
Yeah.
Where she just looked at it and then just said, "Oh no, I'm not reading that."
Oh my god! And it takes a lot to get Foxy to go, "Oh no."
Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know if anyone follows the Babylon Bee, which I guess is like they're kind of like The Onion, in which there's a satire.
Oh,
type.
we had an article from them on Blind Trucking last night, didn't we, Trucker?
Actually, I think it might have been Scotty's stream that was on.
No.
Well,
no, it was definitely Blind Trucking.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. The Operation game was being re-released using essential oils.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw this headline: Resurrected Che Guevara announces 2020 run. Democrats quickly criticized as too moderate.
Love
the
it.
sad thing is that would be totally true today if he was alive.
Yeah, that's not untrue. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw that Mia Farrow tried to defend Che Guevara, and she quickly deleted her tweet. Like, yeah, nice try.
Yeah.
Let's just defend a mass murderer, shall we?
Yeah. This is Mia Farrow.
This is why nobody thinks Molly.
This is Mia Farrow, who used to be married to Woody Allen, right?
Yep.
Ah.
She was in Rosemary's Baby and The Great Gatsby and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's just
those are both really, really good movies.
Yeah. This is why I don't follow a whole lot of celebrities on Twitter, because if I did, I'd probably be pulling my hair out. Because, a lot of these celebs or actors or, people whose art I appreciate, but their politics are garbage.
Apologies to viewers
Yeah,
on
the
stream.
best
That noise
celebrity
was me
statement
just
I
plugging
ever
my
saw.
phone in.
I think the most positive and accurate interview I ever saw from a celebrity was within the last few months, actually. Somebody asked Gene Simmons what he thought of Trump versus Hillary versus all this. And he said, "Why are you asking me? My job is to be a singing monkey. Give me money, tell me to sing monkey. Past that, celebrities, actors, musicians ought to shut their pie holes and make music." And he said, and he used the word, "They need to shut their pie holes." I love that man.
Yeah, Gene Simmons is pretty cool.
Well, Gene Simmons is the American success story.
True.
I mean, where was it? He and his mother were transplanted Jews from the Nazi era. I mean, they came to America.
He's from Israel, if I'm not mistaken. He came from Israel.
Yeah. Yeah, his real name's L'chaim. Or something like that. Not L'chaim. Shit. Very, 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 very Hasidic name.
Mm.
Very acidic name.
Hasidic. He has a very Jewish name where you need 2 sets of windpipes and a load of phlegm to pronounce it.
Ah, right.
But the thing is, conversely,
Prospero said, is it pronounced Haim?
Haim.
CHA. Haim. Oh, sorry. I gotta.
I think so. I think so, Prospero.
Hello, irate prostate. How
But
are
I tell
you?
you what, he's actually a celebrity that I've met, Gene Simmons. Told him I was a fan, and next thing you know, his face lit up.
Saturday, right?
He smiled, shook my hand, the whole bit. He's actually one of the nicest celebrities I ever met in my life.
Yeah, I would love to sit down with Gene Simmons and have a conversation with him. I bet you he's got some really interesting stories.
I'm sure. My big problem is, well, the interesting about what's actually kind of awesome about Gene Simmons is, honestly, yes, Bill Clinton would be extremely jealous at the amount of coitus that Gene Simmons took part in with as many different partners as he took in, but he did all of it absolutely 100% sober.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice.
And Prospero met Weird Al on Thursday night.
Ooh.
That's awesome, actually.
That is really cool.
Weird Al, like in Yankovic?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Weird Al, who got his start on the Dr. Demento show, of all places.
I know. Yeah, that's awesome, Prospero.
That's nice.
He also has a cameo in all 3 of the Naked Gun movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
VHS is a great movie.
I love UHF.
Hi, irate prostates.
Yeah, UHF
Great.
was awesome.
Yeah, that one.
I don't think I've seen. I don't think I've
Badgers.
seen
We
you.
don't need no stinking
You
badgers.
don't need those stinking badgers. Spatula City.
Do what I want you to do.
The worst part is half the time I think about UHF and all the stuff that was on, all the gags and all that was on UHF, and I get those and that old Jack Ritter movie, Stay Tuned, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stay
It's been years since I've seen Stay Tuned.
Huh?
It's been years since I've seen Stay Tuned.
Yeah, the movie
Yeah.
with John Ritter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, John Ritter. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Ritter and Pam Dauber.
Yeah, they end up in TV shows, don't they? They end up being sucked into the TV.
Yeah, which is a TV network that is designed and administered only for the devil's benefit.
Ah, right. Yeah, I've not seen that in years.
And they did like the parodies of like different like movies and stuff like that. They had like The Exorcisist was one.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of like aerobics people like working out, and then one person like explodes.
Uh-huh. And the funniest gag in that whole movie is he's sitting there surfing through the channels, showing up in this messed up thing and this messed up thing, and all these parody shows that are they're supposedly getting more and more horrible. Then all of a sudden, there he is in the Three's Company apartment and just starts screaming.
And John Ritter, he was in that 8 Simple Rules series, wasn't he? As well.
Yep.
They did an episode of
8
that.
Simple Rules. That's the one with the Big Bang Theory girl, right?
Yes.
Penny.
Yes.
I used to watch that shit, and then he died.
They did an episode of it parodying
He was
Three's Company.
He was such a good actor, and he played in Buffy as well.
Oh.
He played in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He played like this robot thingy, I think. But he was such a good actor, and when he died, it was so sad.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and actually, 8 Simple Rules was always like this kind of like geeky, funny, silly show. But when he died, they actually turned it around and made it like really pretty awesome.
Yeah, they
Awesome show about how to deal with like you know,
Grief.
like death and stuff. I thought it was good.
yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
he was a comedic genius.
He was really good. He was so funny.
Like, I mean, Three's Company is probably one of the funniest, if not the funniest sitcom ever in history.
Come on, to be
would
honest,
probably disagree with that.
To be honest, when it comes to Three Company and John Ritter, come on, look at who took John Witter under his ring, or look who took John Witter under his ring.
Who?
Norm,
You know?
right?
Who?
Don Knotts, yeah.
Oh, Don Knotts,
Mr.
yeah.
Furley.
Oh,
Oh,
of course, yeah. Mr. Furley.
Yeah.
right.
Mr. Furley / Barney 5 /
Barney Fife.
Uncle Don.
Or the Ghost of Mr.
He was
Chicken.
really good. He was really good in the Buffy episode as well. It was like hitting Buffy like, you know.
If you're talking American sitcoms,
God, you're
I'm
not the-
tempted to say Cheers.
It's nice to know I'm not the only one who remembers the incredible Mr. Limpet there, Lindsay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheers and Seinfeld were my favourite American sitcoms, but obviously British sitcoms, I've got a very obvious bias. I've got a very obvious bias towards Red
I don't
Dwarf.
really like American
and,
sitcoms because they have the voiceovers, like the laugh thing. Why do you have the laugh thing?
not all of them
You
do.
know, like it's
Because
nuts.
Because it's a psychological thing, Rosie. I mean, if there's a joke and all of a sudden you hear laughter, you're actually more prone to laugh at it as well and
I
feel
guess-
better.
Yeah, I guess I understand that, but my ex, I was with him for 10 years. He would never ever watch a show where there's like laughovers.
Well, here's
I mean, he would be like, "Oh, that's American. I don't want to watch that."
here's
Immediately.
here's an interesting thing for you. The DVD sets of MASH, right, have two audio tracks on them, one with the laughter track and one without. The series is much better and much more watchable without the laughter track.
Right, because
Yeah.
the laughter is such a stupid, like,
Oh.
like-
Especially,
I think that's
especially in a show
I think
like
that's the
MASH,
Medicine
where
and Martinis collection.
it was in them
I don't know
from
what's
it was in
going
them from
on.
the
I think
start.
my neighbor
It was
is
in the
holding
DVDs
a
from
party or
the
something.
off from when they started releasing them as like single season volumes.
No, but it's like I'm with you, Peter. Yeah, British sitcoms are miles ahead of
British.
You got us.
humor is just way more funnier.
Yeah, with
It's
you know,
darker and more sarcastic and much better.
you know, just listing a couple off the top of my head. We've got things like Red Dwarf,
And I say that
Blackadder.
after I just watched A League of Gentlemen.
I know, yeah, the League of Gentlemen is amazing.
That shit is so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's just like a few weeks ago was the 5th anniversary of Rick Mayall's death, and I had to just pop in my bottom DVD and rewatch it. Oh, God, that's one of the funniest shows ever.
I went to see Bottom live.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
jealous.
that's nice.
I went to the 2003 tour.
That's because you are a Brit. You
don't need to be told it's funny.
It's funny and time to laugh. Right.
Yeah.
Human,
right.
you are so right.
But I'm right.
I have
I'm
seen-
I'm not saying that American sitcoms aren't funny. Like I said, you know, I can name two off the top of my head that I really enjoy: Seinfeld and Cheers. But and there's more. You know, there's Frasier, MASH.
Oh, I liked you.
I quite like. Well, obviously, I quite liked Eight Simple Rules, Scrubs. But
Scrubs is so good. Oh my god. I love that show,
yeah,
Dr. Cox.
Scrubs didn't need a
Oh
laugh
my
track
God,
at
I
all,
love that
whether it's a real
show.
audience or
I've
not.
I've seen the whole show, I think, like 5 times because it's so good and I keep watching it because Dr. Cox is just my hero.
Yeah, it went a bit shit in the last couple of seasons, but apart from that,
Yeah, it did. I agree, but still a good show.
and technically, because I watched it recently, and I don't know whether this was just me wanting to find it funnier than it really was, but I would kind of class House as a bit of a comedy. A lot of the
House
scenes,
is good.
a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
scenes and
It's good.
dialogue are
It's
actually
not
structured in the
funny
same way
funny.
a sitcom is.
Yeah. It's not funny, but
They-
it's
they
really
have-
good.
Yeah, they have actual setup gags in there.
I mean, it's
Set up
Hugh
punchline.
Laurie. Hugh Laurie
Yeah.
is like one of the comedy greats, so of course he's going to bring some. He's going to bring some humor to the show.
There was a fuckload of darkness in it as well, though.
Yeah, I really like that.
Mm.
I like the combination.
I mean, and
No, you know what's bad?
some of the episodes were
What's
just
bad
silly.
about Hugh Laurie there?
Go on.
Oh, sorry, Peter. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say some of the episodes were just a bit silly, like the one where he gets into a prank war with Wilson because they think they're playing pranks on each other, and it starts escalating. That was quite a bit. That was a bit daft.
Don't
You know,
say
I-
that, you stupid English person.
Well, it's like what I think is also really interesting is that a lot of those British comedians worked together, especially like back in the 60s with, like some of the Monty Python guys have worked on a couple other shows before Monty Python. I'm trying to remember what they're like.
Do not adjust your set.
Do not adjust your set. Yeah. And then
Beyond the Fringe.
the 1948 or something like that.
Yeah,
Because it's like,
yeah.
yeah, because it was like not the other 1948 show or something like that, which has John Cleese and was it Marty Feldman?
Oh, I love John Cleese. He's so good.
I don't remember much about the I think it's Oh No, it's the 1948 show.
Like, yes, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know that much about it, but
Yeah.
I think it's exquisitely about some of the older shows or the older television series and all, and the older movies when you can pick out actors before and just be able to say this was him even before he became this and somewhat epic. And wasn't there actually a meme running around that was Hugh Laurie and Rowan Atkinson together in something?
Blackadder.
Oh yeah, they worked big because like you had
Rowan Atkinson is probably one of the best fucking actors in all fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had Hugh Laurie, Stephen Fry, Rowan Atkinson, Rick Mayall, Adrian Edmondson. They all work together.
Oh, yeah.
It's just really interesting, kind of.
I love Stephen Fry as well. Yeah.
See, I've only got two weird main problems with House MD and as a whole, and it's not so much. It's not so much the series itself. I guess one would be the series itself, Wilson. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people where if I saw an actor young enough, when I'm young enough, he's always going to be that one actor. Like the guy who played Wilson, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but he's always going to be that one kid from My Best Friend is a Vampire. He's always going to be that kid. He's always going to be that kid who's a vampire.
I feel you.
Yeah.
And turns into a vampire in some cheesy ass '80s movie. But then on top of that, House, he's an outstanding actor, an awesome actor. But within 6 months, of the end of House, he released a music album, and every time I think of Hugh Laurie, he's either the dad from Stuart Little, the cop from oh god, which the hell was that? The Littles? Was that what?
The Littles?
The Borrowers.
The Borrowers. Right.
He was either the dad from Stuart Little, the cop from The Borrowers, or the guy who recorded this album.
Right. Yeah.
And
well, it's a good album as well. I've heard it.
Oh, it's an awesome album.
Yeah.
I love what he did to. I mean, such an overplayed, cliched song like Swanee River. turning it to as much of an upbeat Delta jazz song that he did. Oh my God. I loved it.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. There's like certain actors that it's just kind of hard to not picture them in anything from what they've done. Because it's like take for instance Andrew Lincoln. Of course, I know Andrew Lincoln has been a prominent British actor before The Walking Dead, but now I see him and I just can't stop thinking of Rick Grimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a series over here called Teachers, which I remember watching. I think he was in the first 2 seasons of it. And I remember watching that when it was first on, yeah. It was quite good.
It was just crazy just watching The Walking Dead, and I had no idea that he was British. Until people, and then I heard him speak, I was like, oh my God, he's British.
Half of the cast of The Walking Dead were English.
Can I say something kind of embarrassing?
Go on.
I have never watched The Walking Dead, ever.
I consider the first 5 seasons, there's some great stuff.
I was just about to say. I was just about to say I gave up on it after season 5.
Yeah, season 6 is when it started to kind of go downhill. Irate could certainly.
Welcome back, Karen.
Oh, welcome back.
I have never watched The Walking Dead, and I don't know exactly why. I have so many stuff to watch already, and it just never. My brother keeps saying, "Oh, Rosie, go watch The Walking Dead because it's so good," but I don't know.
The first series of it is definitely fantastic.
Yeah.
I've got series that I've been meaning to watch for ages. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. Never watched them.
I have watched Breaking Bad, and Game of Thrones I watched from season 1 because my ex was really into it. I didn't like the first season. I watched since it came out, and I didn't really like the first season. And when it was almost done, my ex told me, if he's gonna die, then we won't watch anymore. And obviously he died, and we still kept watching. But I do like Game of Thrones, but I think Game of Thrones is a little bit
rated.
It's
overrated. Yes, overrated.
It was great for like the first 5-6 seasons or so. The ending was absolute garbage.
Please don't spoil anything because I haven't seen any of the last season. I haven't seen anything yet because I'm waiting to watch it with my ex. I do think Game of Thrones is a little bit overrated because how do I say it? Like, they keep like giving you like this little kind of gems, and then they don't do anything with it, you know? Well, like with the walkers and stuff, you know, like I loved season 5 of Game of Thrones. It was a good season.
Well, the last
well, I can say Breaking Bad is definitely that's some fantastic stuff.
I mean,
Breaking Bad is really fucking good.
Barring maybe
that first season, I think, in my opinion, Breaking Bad, the first season is one of the best fucking shows and seasons ever. Because when he's standing there and he's like trying to fucking kill himself and the gun won't go off, you know? Like that moment.
Well, don't give too many spoilers since Peter hasn't seen it.
Sorry.
So, real fast, Vikings is free if you pay for it.
Vikings is fucking awesome and is one of the best shows ever. Up until
I've not seen that one. I've not seen that one.
I won't spoil anything, but Vikings is one of my most favorite shows ever, and I watch that shit all the fucking time.
I mean, I think sort of my problem is the last series that sort of ran for more than, let's say, 3 or 4 seasons that I was really into was 24. But
Oh, I've seen that as well. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Since then, a lot of the shows that I get into kind of get cancelled after like 2 seasons or
Yeah. That sucks.
I got into I mean, this kind of
Oh,
links.
but Peter, you must watch Vikings. Vikings is so good.
I'll have to give it a look.
Go
But
watch it tonight.
this kind of links in with 24 itself. But I started watching that Touch as well. Kiefer Sutherland series where he plays a sort of semi-retired journalist and baggage handler whose son has like crippling autism.
Right.
He's completely non-verbal, but he keeps giving his dad clues on connections to people around the world. His son seems to have a gift for seeing patterns and in numbers. And Kiefer Sutherland's character interprets this as his son trying to communicate with him. So he goes on these merry goose chases around around New York, trying to sort of work out what it is his son's trying to say to him. And it was good until the second series, when they started bringing in this corporation who knew, his son's got a gift. We need to harness it for, research and things like that. And then it became another chase series. The first season of Touch was everything that I thought the film Knowing with Nicolas Cage would be.
No, it's like I can definitely relate, Rosie, because there's certain shows that I want to see that I haven't really gotten a chance to see, like with the more current era of Doctor Who, because I'm used to watching the classic, but I've never seen like Christopher Eccleston or David Tennant's Doctor.
I agree. I have only watched the classic Doctor Who. I have not seen any of the new stuff.
Well, I've got to say, David Tennant was
I love the Christopher Eccleston Doctor.
David Tennant was a good Who. Christopher Eccleston, there was some good stuff in there. I just didn't...
Very good.
I didn't gel with him as the Doctor, which is kind of weird, fellow Mank and all that, but...
I think what I loved about Christopher Eccleston was he was the screwball, but he would sit and turn serious in such a split second. I couldn't stand Matt Smith as the Doctor because it just... I'm sorry, there's a very, very fine line between him being out there and just being a damn hipster.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that's when Doctor Who kind of goes a bit downhill, is with when Matt Smith comes in as the Doctor.
When Stephen Moffat took over as the showrunner.
I'm a high believer that the little bit of popularity that Terminator Genesis had was because Matt Smith was an embodiment of Skynet. That's it. That was the only popularity that Terminator Genesis had.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people say that Stephen Moffat is a fantastic writer, but a shit showrunner.
Yeah, he thinks he's a lot cleverer than he really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a clever guy, and he clearly loves Doctor Who. He's clearly a big fan. It's just he got carried away, and he started writing sort of story arcs that he'd realised at the end of the season, oh shit, how am I going to tie this up now?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
And then I heard Chris Chibnall really fucked things up with the current Doctor Who, which is a real shame because he was the showrunner for Broadchurch, and I really loved the first 2 seasons of Broadchurch.
Yeah, and Torchwood as well, which was really good in its first 3 series. Until the Miracle Day series, which was a bit... What?
Yeah, because that was one show that I was curious to know if it was.
So Pierre just said, he said, I like Rosie. She's as mad as a sack of kittens in the river.
I'm wondering, is that more or less mad as a hatter?
I'm just gonna take it as a compliment, but I know it isn't.
Excuse me, A Human. I thought Doctor Who went downhill when John Pertwee got replaced. Excuse me, but Tom Baker is one of the best doctors.
Tom Baker
down.
was very good. It's just he was in the role for I think 1 season too long. I think his last series as Doctor Who was...
You know, my memory of the Tom Baker Doctor, I hate to say it, but it was me being young, and then something about the worms digging these tunnels underneath of England.
I'm trying.
If you want to,
my sort of my knowledge and what I've seen of Classic Who is a bit spotty. It's, you know, I've seen bits and bats, and up until the Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy era, I've seen all of them, and I think they weren't given fair cracks of the whip. Especially Colin Baker. He definitely was not given a fair chance.
So, are we gonna talk about shows all night, or?
I can certainly talk about shows all night.
Yeah, we've got time.
Why not?
Conversations move. But yeah, and Sylvester McCoy.
So has anybody else seen Shazam yet?
Shazam.
Oh, Peter.
Has anybody else seen Shazam yet?
Peter. I did watch some Black Mirror the other day.
Oh, some of the new ones.
I watched the one where they are in the video game.
Oh yeah, that one.
It was kind of good, but also kind of weird.
Yeah, it's...
I know you told me to watch Smithering, right? But I haven't watched
the
second
one. The second one of that series is the better one.
I think I watched the third one, but
yeah, because
it was a little bit weird.
Of the 3 new ones, there's the first one, which is the gay video game one.
Oh, I thought that was the third one.
No.
That's the one that I saw, the one that with the video game.
Yeah, the third one is the Miley Cyrus one.
I liked it up until the end, until they started kissing and then fighting.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
See, and that's another show I still need to watch, is Black Mirror.
Yeah, it's good. But
all right.
It is good, but it's also a little bit social justice stuff,
Not really. They've kind of slightly avoided the social justice route.
You're roboting for me.
Oh, am I? But
just a little bit.
They've managed to just about avoid the social justice route, I think.
I think the one with the gay guys, it was a little bit social justice, but whatever.
No, it was it was certainly fucking weird, but I didn't see. I certainly didn't see any social justice in it. Any social justice commentary. It was more. Oh, I'd say it was more a funny or it's an extremely comedic look at sort of bro culture.
Yeah, I
kind
suppose.
Of what the natural sort
I still need to watch the second one, the one that you recommended to me.
Oh, that is good.
I still need to watch that.
Smithereens. Yeah.
I will watch it, but yeah. The first couple seasons were much better. The newest season I did not like at all any of the three. The Cyrus one was annoying as fuck.
Oh no!
Functional,
I actually quite liked. I actually quite like
no,
the Cyrus one.
Functional. No, wait. That's Functional's.
Yeah, no, I know, and
But I agree. The first seasons were so fucking good.
yes, definitely.
It's like complete Twilight Zone, you know?
Yeah.
Which I really fucking like.
I mean, you had ones in there like 15 Million Merits, which is one of my favourites.
One of my favorites is USS Callister.
That is a good one, actually. USS Callister is
I
brilliant.
love that so much. Like, I was watching it with my ex, and he didn't really understand what was going on in the first 10 minutes. So he fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I kept on watching, and I was like poking him, like trying to wake him up, like, Hayo, wake up! You need to see this. This is really good. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I love that episode. It's so fucking good.
I quite like the White Christmas one as well.
Oh
The Christmas
yeah.
special.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And the one with the bicycles. You know, where they have to be on the bicycles all day.
That's what I mentioned before. 15 Million Merits.
Oh,
Where,
I love that one. It's so fucking good.
Where it's either you're on the bikes or you're on that talent show.
Right, yes. Oh, that one is so good. Like, the first couple of seasons were really fucking good. Oh, and I like the one with the robot that follows you, like, everywhere.
That was good. Yes. Metalhead.
And the one with the girl that is like in a the one where she is like a criminal but she doesn't know.
Oh,
You know?
that one was fucking freaky. White Bear. That one
That
was really
so
weird.
fucking freaky. Like, oh, I love that.
She's been
one.
hunted,
like,
isn't
it's
she?
Really good.
Yeah, she's been hunted.
She's being hunted, yes, and then at the end it's like, oh yeah, we are hunting you for like because you are a criminal, you know.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that. It was so fucking good. Yeah. So most of them are pretty good. Some of them, I also kind of like the one where with the social media stuff.
Oh, Nosedive.
Yes,
That one is
And,
quite good, and that's not just because I quite like Bryce Dallas Howard.
That one is also just that is happening right now in China.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
is. Yeah, the whole what's it? Social credit system.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so fucking sick. I really like that.
But yeah,
I'm an idiot.
if you like things like Black Mirror, then there might be another series that there is another series by Charlie Brooker that you will definitely like, and you should hunt down. Dead Set, it's called.
Okay, I will check that out. Thank you.
It's about a zombie outbreak, but from the perspective of contestants on Big Brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Basically,
Can you say it one more time?
Basically, the last it's called Dead Set.
No, but can you
Dead Set.
I'm gonna have to hunt that down because I love zombie stuff.
It's it's basically imagine if the zombie apocalypse started when there was a series of Big Brother on. The people in the Big Brother house will be the last to know.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I think a human heard me playing with my magnets. I have the.
It is I Rate Prostate. It is a fucking amazing miniseries.
No, if you want to know,
Thunder is the king of background noise.
Yeah.
You know, actually, there's speaking of miniseries, there's a fantastic miniseries that I know Irate will agree with me on. It's a series called The Terror, which is based off of the Franklin expedition.
The Terror, did you say?
It's
Yeah.
called how? Sorry.
It's based on a true story, right? So there's a couple of ships that set sail for the Northwest Passage up in the Arctic, and the ships get stuck in the ice. So these men are stranded out there, and then there's some supernatural elements added, and it's so damn good. And you've got like cannibalism, you've got illness, you've got starvation. It's a really dark show, and it's so good.
I've actually just written that one down.
Can you name it again, please, Lindsay?
Oh, it's The Terror. Yeah, Irate Prostate put it in the chat.
Oh, right. Okay, thank you.
And I have heard of Utopia. I've just not
one of the
watched it
actors from Utopia is in The Terror.
I've just not watched it yet. It is that is on that ever expanding list of mine.
I think we in Holland have a Utopia, and I think it's different from the thing that you guys are talking about.
All right.
I really want to see that. I really want to see Utopia because one of the actors that I really love that's in The Terror is in Utopia.
All right. Cool. Right, guys, just carry the stream for 2 minutes because I'm going to go for a wee. I'll be back in a second.
Go for it. I love how English people keep saying that, like, oh, I need to get a wee. It's so cute. I kind of like that.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, be right back, gotta piss.
Yeah, I'm always like, I need to piss, you know? And they're like, oh, I need to wee.
Oh, Irate said, I think she's referring to a reality series. Is there a reality series?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Irate. Yeah. In Holland, there is a reality show which is called Utopia. So that's why I said I think it's different from this what you guys are talking about, because we have a show here, but it's a reality show, and it's Utopia, and it's like where like 20 people are being put in like this like hole in the ground with like a cow and stuff, and then they just have to like build their own like community and stuff, you know. So I think it's completely different than what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. I think we had a reality show here in the States that's kind of similar to what the Danish Utopia.
All right. Rosie, do you know the little brave Dutch boy who put his finger in the dike? Yes, I know that boy. Yeah. Well, I know. I don't know him personally, but yeah, it's a famous story. Yeah. But
I know the dyke. She screamed sexual assault.
No, but we are
Ear.
like our dikes don't break, so I actually think this story was he wasn't Dutch. I think he was Belgian, wasn't he? I'm not sure.
All I know is it sucks that Rob Dyke had to change his last name because YouTube sucks.
All right.
Well, yeah, to be fair, he did change it to Rob Childfucker.
Rob Gaffigan.
Rob Gaffigan.
Jeez,
He was called Rob Dyke, and it's not his last name, but they got their priorities set, and they said, "Oh, Dyke is not a good last name," and then he had to change his name. Yeah.
Oh, he straight up like legally changed his name too. He went really far with it.
No,
Yeah,
but
from what I heard.
his name wasn't Dyke because he said, "Oh, they said my name was Dyke because of a joke," and it was. So.
Oh, I thought his last name was really Dyke.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I know it is a last name.
He did say that it was a joke. But I think Gaffigan is his real last name now. I'm not sure. I love his why would you put that on the internet? I've seen every single fucking one of them. Multiple times probably. I love Rob Dyke. He's awesome.
Oh god, of course Utopia has to be in PAL format. I'm searching it on Amazon right now. God dang it, that's what sucks. Like all the British shows, like most of the British shows that I like are in they haven't officially released it in the US.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
like
that's
the DVD? It's Region 2.
Oh,
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That was
Region
the
2,
original.
yeah. I forgot. You guys don't. I don't think you guys call it PAL format. Was the video?
Yeah, PAL and NTSC was video. It's regions 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, and 4 for DVD, and regions A and B for Blu-ray.
I really
What
should.
the
Just,
fuck is going on outside? Like,
All
I
hell's
think my
breaking loose.
neighborhood is having like a neighborhood party or something because it's so loud.
It's a
And
parade.
I'm not invited.
Meanwhile, my whole house smells like toast.
My whole house smells like weed.
That sounds good right about now. Oh yeah, that's right. Because weed is legal where you're at.
Yeah, I'm Dutch.
Sorry, Rosie.
It's technically legal in my state, but they haven't figured out how you're supposed to buy it yet.
Rosie, did you say
So you
weed
can have it.
or we?
Weed, like hot ganja.
Oh, right.
Ganja.
I just thought Rosie was. I just thought Rosie was telling us her house smelt of piss.
I didn't have weed for the last couple of days, but I kind of sold my ass and got some.
I was gonna say your house is smelling like piss. I'm gonna be a little worried about Rosie.
Oh no, my house doesn't smell like pee. I have an imaginary dog that pees outside.
Oh, honey monster.
Yeah, I hope you guys didn't hear that. Like my laptop is giving me messages. Sorry if you can.
Honey Monster asked if he missed happy hour.
I don't know. Are any of us actually drinking?
I was. I now have run out. So I'm back on Tizer.
I am drinking some wine.
Ooh, I like Tizer. Sadly,
I'm actually drinking port, which is wine but stronger, you know?
I just have my iced tea. I'm a basic bitch.
I don't do alcohol. I have issues. Or bad liver. And I didn't
I'm
do
being
it.
just stereotypical truck driver. Coffee.
No, Bjorn, I'm not having a stroke. Yes, I said my house smells like toast because my husband put toast. Decided to make himself toast.
I was going to ask the same thing, but you don't sound like you're like slurring your speech or anything. So I'm like,
Can you raise both arms in front of you?
I think so, guys. My face is kind of drooping.
Cynical Lindsay's going Sinatra, everyone.
Oh, God. Yes, I'm having a Sinatra stroke.
Ah.
Well, then, what are you doing? What are you doing with your computer in the shower then?
Because it's freaking hot?
Well, we're Americans. We have air conditioning.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, thank you, Irate. Yes, I am a sober, upstanding individual, fam. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be doing a little drinking later. Go down to my local pub.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because it's like afternoon for you.
Mm-hmm. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Yeah. Like it's 11 in the night for me, so I'm happy thinking.
But geez, I'd be passed out at that night or at that time because I work early in the morning during the weekday, so I find myself falling asleep at like 10 o'clock at night.
I think the phrase is, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my old mother-in-law always used to say. She's kind of like an alcoholic, and she was always like, "Oh, it's a 2:05. There's a 5 in the clock. I can drink."
Excuses.
And I would be like, "Sure, mom, here."
Functional says his brains taste like weed.
Hey,
Like,
humans
that's good
got
to
walk
know.
the Maligator soon.
What the heck is a maligator?
Woo. I don't know. Could be anything.
Like a Maltese gator.
Mm.
It's like a cross of a Maltese and an alligator.
What if
Or
it was?
it's a
What
gator
if
or
the
it's a
intention
gator.
was actually to say male-gator?
Or I was going to ask if it's a alligator that likes the Maltese candies.
Oh, Maltesers.
Maltesers, sorry.
Yeah.
Aren't they the
Maltese.
same thing as Whoppers?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like chocolate on the outside and like airy, crunchy stuff on the inside.
It's malt.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it, malt candy,
Mm.
Yeah.
which just
And
tastes
apparently, Blind Girl is free.
Hi, blind girl.
Hey, blind girl.
That's good.
Hey,
High
blind girl.
cost.
Yeah, I was going to say, because she does normally charge.
She's free, so Scotty basically passed out on her, I think.
No, she just dropped Jack off.
The balcony?
It's Saturday.
Christ.
I hope
No, he was
not.
throwing stuff off the balcony. She's free. The message was written on her way down.
What the fuck is going on in my neighborhood? Okay, guys, I have to go because I need to check this shit out.
Rosie, remember,
I'll be
if
back.
there's something strange in your neighbourhood, who are you going to call?
There's so much fucking noise. I'll be right back. I need to check this shit out.
All right.
Give me minutes.
Carry a knife with you.
A knife! I live in Holland. We don't, we are not English, knife stabbing people here. I have,
Didn't carry a gun with you.
no,
Yeah.
I have an American Staffordshire with me, so, so most people don't try to do anything to me because he looks kind of dangerous, you know. What is that? What is that? What is that? They're gone.
Jeez, I hope it's not going to be like a Brit situation that one time when I was streaming with you guys.
Oh, yeah, when,
Yeah.
oh, Christ.
It's like a drunken person or something like that in her apartment complex.
Yeah.
It was like somebody showed up looking to kick somebody else's ass but got the wrong apartment or something.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
Christ. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, I was on stream as well, wasn't I?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lindsay, would you like a good chuckle about something?
Yeah.
Well, Blind Girl, you've got
Coming
the
up
link.
this exit.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, coming up to this exit that I'm coming up to right now. I know because I'm talking, you should be able to see it right now. But this warehouse right here on the right, I believe it is. As soon as I pass the exit itself, this warehouse right here is at least in part responsible for my son.
Responsible for your son.
Uh-huh. It is a lint candy warehouse and factory. And they have an outlet store where you can buy an absolute ton of... Actually, you probably could get away with buying it by the ton, literally, but they have an outlet to buy lots and lots of those Linder truffles.
Ah, right.
Oh.
And
Yum.
And the day, yeah, I think I've said this to Peter before. My son, who's 2 years old, for a lark, one day on vacation, we actually hopped in the car and drove up here. Took her to this place. Spent like $300 on chocolate. We walked out with like 20 pounds of Linder truffles. Then left from here down to the far southern side of Virginia. About 300 miles from here, 400 maybe. Went to visit her brother and my best friend from childhood, who both lived down on the southern side of Virginia. On the way back, we stopped at a now Peter didn't know this as just a valley on the other side, but we stopped at a valley over here in Virginia that's known for wineries, cideries, distilleries. This is, if you want to get drunk in Virginia, this is the valley you drive to. And armed with like 20 pounds of these Linder truffles and a particular type of a brand of mead that this one winery sells, my wife ended up getting pregnant.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Wow.
oh, now here's the part you haven't heard, Rosie. The big twist to that is flash forward to when we had the baby shower for my son. My wife and I gave our son's godparents a couple bottles of this same wine, the same mead. And when the night my son was born, they were at their house. They cracked open a bottle of this wine to drink it and celebrate. Yeah, their son was born 9 months later, 1 day short of being to the day.
Wow.
So it's like literally a baby factory.
Yeah.
Hey, blind girl.
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Blanco?
Oh God, you were just as bad as Scotty. You know you got the link, right? You're gonna join, right?
No, wait, no, I only mentioned it twice.
Okay, just as bad as Scotty. So, okay, blind girl. Huh. There you go. Here's how Scotty is.
All right, Prospero. You have a lovely evening, sweetheart.
Hi, Ma.
Later, Prospero.
Bye, Prospero.
No, she's in the chat.
Heads up, Prospero. I'm chasing a storm, by the way.
Oh, we got one coming this way too.
Yeah, that may be the one I just drove through about an hour and a half ago.
Could you guys send that my way? Because we really need some rain right now. There's a couple of wildfires that have broken out near the Phoenix area. So yeah, we could use the rain.
Sorry, love, but most weather around here tends to head out to the
Hi, blind
Atlantic.
girl.
Yo, yeah, most of the weather down there comes my way.
I saw just recently, I guess they got snow in Colorado.
Yeah, they got snow out in the prairies in Canada. That's probably why.
Well, actually, just to mention it, Lindsay lives far enough west to know exactly what I'm talking about. Chain laws are in effect through June in Colorado, so it's not surprising.
Chain?
Well, I mean, the prairies are known for getting a snow or a big hail sometime in summer, which is out west of Canada, if you don't know where the damn prairies are.
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit far away.
Lindsay, have you ever driven near a weigh station meant for trucks and see a sign that says, have your chains ready to be inspected?
No, I haven't, because I live in an area where we don't get any snow, so I don't know.
Arizona still has.
Okay, so I'm a little bit stupid.
Yeah, we have flags.
Arizona still has.
Everyone that knows me. No, listen. Everyone that knows me, in Holland it doesn't snow that much. It used to, but not anymore. But when it snows, I get a little waffy, and I will go out on my barefoot and stuff. And my friends I am infatuated with snow. It's so awesome. I love snow.
Barefoot? What's wrong with you?
Lindsay, just because it doesn't snow in Phoenix doesn't mean it doesn't snow in Flagstaff.
Well, it's
Chain
true.
laws are
Yeah.
statewide.
Yeah, I mean, there's Flagstaff and Payson, but I've
Right.
never really. I can't even recall the last time I've been up north.
Okay. The
You're
thing
not
is, the chain laws are in effect whether they're needed or not. We still have to. The trucks still have to carry chains.
Oh,
And Colorado's chain laws that say, you have to have the chains with you, even if you don't have to use them. You have to have them with you through June.
now
And July and August are the only 2 states where you don't need them.
are we talking on the big trucks or is this all trucks?
Big trucks.
All, okay.
Big trucks.
Well, I suppose it means
Like the one I'm driving right
suppose
now.
it means
Right.
you've got the means for securing your victims, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually,
Oh, I like that one.
I don't know. I don't think those chains, the way these
Just
chains
chain
are
'em up
made,
in the
I
back.
wouldn't want to do them. They're pre-shaped and they're linked and shaped and all that mess. See,
They have
Cryptic
shapes.
says they get hell in Colorado up to the middle of July.
Hail, Colorado.
Well, the thing, actually, Cryptic, a lot of that also has to do with just the elevation, like around Denver, isn't it? I mean, because of that whole mile high
Here
thing.
in July is not such a weird thing. We have that every year.
What, July? Yes,
Yeah,
so July every year.
Yeah, we will have hail every fucking year in the summer. Yeah.
He said they catch hell, HELL, a figure of speech.
Oh,
Never mind.
Huh?
I thought he meant hail, like like the
Chunks
Hailstone.
of ice.
frozen,
Yeah.
frozen
We'll
rain.
chalk Rosie, we'll chalk it up to my accent. How's that?
Fuck it. I hate
Yeah,
you.
and-
I love you.
Functional says, and chalk it up to Cliptic's cold, cold heart.
So I had an adventure today.
Yeah, it is Cryptic's cold heart. He has such a cold heart. He's
Wouldn't that be Cliptic's cord heart?
Yeah.
Cord health?
Yes, it would be. So go on, Blind Girl, tell us about your adventure.
So I was doing what I usually do, which is go to the splash pad at the park.
Hmm.
And I had the bubble machine going with the condensed soap, so it was just making a million fucking bubbles all over the place, just driving everybody bananas. There's kids there, so whatever. And this police officer makes this slow walk up the hill towards me, and I'm looking at, I'm like, why is there a cop like trying to flag me down? I'm blind, like I can hear like his handcuffs on his hip kind of rattling and stuff. I'm like, this is a police officer. This has to be a police officer. I'm pretty sure this is a cop. And he comes and he goes, hey miss, how's it going today? And I'm thinking, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? He's
God,
like,
Canadian
what did I do?
police
Did
is
you
so
hit another
friendly.
black man?
Right, I'm like, we're good. He's like, that's good. Yeah, good day to be at the park. Got the bubble machine going. I'm like, is that a problem, sir? He's like, no, you're not in trouble. I'm like, oh, okay, good. What do you want? and so the cop was like, we found a 3-year-old nonverbal autistic wandering around the street around here. We can't find his parents. And I went, that's my nonverbal right over there. And he goes, wait, you know how to deal with autism? I'm like, I know how to deal with autism. He's like, could you please come back to my car? So there's this little kid just fucking flapjacking right in the back of the car, just flapping all over the place and humming uncontrollably. And I'm like, what'd you do to him? Like, why is he so overstimulated? What'd you do to him? So I pulled out Jack's Proloco tablet, and he's like, what are you doing? Like, you gonna get him to, like, play YouTube or something? Like I already tried to give him my phone. And I'm like, no. And I tapped on Jack's text page. And so he's looking at pictures, and he goes, I want juice. And the cop's like, wait, he knows pictures? I'm like, if he's nonverbal, he's probably going to IBI. Yes, he knows pictures. And the cop's like, well, that doesn't help us. I can't draw a picture of his parents. I don't know who they are. I'm like, I realized that, but then I put it to the keyboard, and I was hoping, because he went to the feelings and goes, I feel scared. And I went, okay. So I put it to the keyboard, Nothing. I'm like, fuck! So yeah, that was my adventure today, was dealing with a strange nonverbal autistic. I don't actually know what happened to the kid, but the cops started drawing little pictures because the kid started peeing in the car. And I'm like, yeah, he's probably not toileted. He's a nonverbal autistic. He doesn't know how to potty, sir. I'm like, you might want to get some pictures of just objective things so that he can tell you he has to pee or he needs food. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, and you might want to call the IBI or ABA centers and see if you can try and get somebody's home number. I said, because he's probably enrolled somewhere. He knows text, which means they probably know who he is. So yeah, that was my adventure. Luckily, it wasn't me that got peed on. It was the cops. That was great.
Any day you don't get peed on is a great day.
Yes, it is. And I think the
Speak for yourself.
The cutest thing, which I wish I could have recorded, but obviously the kid, it's a black kid, by the way, and he's a little afro, but was when my son went in front of the kid, and the kid goes, and flaps his arms, and then my son responds and flaps his arms, and the other kid goes, and flaps his arms, and my kid just responds, and there was this 5 minutes of flapping in non-coherent language going on between the two of them. I'm like, this is like watching an internationally foreign movie with no subtitles. And the cop's like, I really wish I knew what they were saying. Maybe your son's getting where he lives out of him. I'm like, no, he's probably like, let's bust it and go have some fun. So yeah, cop let my son throw the sign or not a couple times too. That was really cool of him. Because my son loves cars, right? So he's like, "Is your son?" Well, so while we're dealing with the other nonverbal, my nonverbal's getting kind of bored, and I'm like, "Mind if he just sits in the front of your car for a bit?" He's like, and he was thinking about it, like, what could possibly go wrong? And he's like, "You know what? Yeah, sure, why not?" And then Jack just flips the siren. I'm like, "Yes." Oh boy.
Awesome.
You know, and the bad part is you should have had your phone on record the whole time.
I wish I would have. I didn't even think to do it just because it's the other kid, right? Like privacy, like I wouldn't have been able to video it. But I wish I could have, because the cop, you know, he was sitting there going, okay, if I left this 6-year-old in front of my car, he's not gonna like take off and drive anywhere. He's not, you know what? There's nothing he can do. Yeah, sure, go for it. So we're dealing with a kid in the back, and Jack's in the front, and just woo, and I'm like, that's my boy. We had an adventure today.
And,
you know what the
well,
sad thing is the parents probably don't even know the kid is gone yet.
Brit,
I've just said it in.
Brit,
I've just said it in the chat, but yeah, the link's in the group DM. If you want to come on.
he pretty much posted it in the group DM and said, anybody who wants, come on.
Yeah.
I would have earlier, but you would have got copyright strikes with the Gummy Bear song.
That's fine.
Gummy, I'm a gummy bear.
Yeah.
Do you know what I still haven't done? I still haven't done the Irate Bear edit of that.
Well, what's taking you so long?
That might be something to do tomorrow.
That
Oh
would
my
be a great
God.
thing to do.
I am an irate bear.
God, my son,
Hi.
Hey, Britt.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, Britt.
How's everyone?
You're right, sweetie.
My son has
Your son, what, sorry?
my son has YouTube Kids on the tablet at the house, and oh my God, I did not know there were so many absolute fucking versions of that damn song. There's even versions he pulled up that I'm just sitting there going, who the hell is singing this version? Lucifer? I'm a gummy bear.
Yes, and they have a really high-pitched alien one that sounds like a demented teddy bear singing it.
Have you ever seen the Gummy Bear cartoon? He is a demented teddy bear.
Okay,
Oh, that
well,
Gummy Bear
no.
cartoon is the stuff of nightmares.
But yeah, and they even have a version where
I think
there's
whoever the hell
different-
bit that piece of his ear off should have finished the damn job.
Yeah. And there's
The original Gummy Bear trumpets were awesome. Gummy Bear.
Wrong cartoon. Wrong cartoon.
Not the same Gummy Bear cartoon. Wrong
yeah,
cartoon.
and it's like every language every pitch you can think of, every kind of tone you can think of, and then there's one where it has all of them playing at the exact same time for the whole song, and that one just drives me bananas.
Well, I at least know one thing. It's interesting. See, my son has a YouTube account that links
I'm
to
getting fucking annihilated here. Like,
What
sorry.
the fuck?
Just shit.
Fucking mosquitoes like every fucking where. Oh my
Christ.
god, this is annoying.
Well, now you know why your entire neighborhood's gone batshit. So,
That's a month.
yeah. So, Blind Girl, I will say there's one thing that's actually been a kind of a vindication for me, at least. My son has the YouTube Kids account that actually goes through my wife. Anytime he tries to click on a new video, it'll send my wife a message and saying, "Hey, he's trying to click on this video. Can you know, is he allowed to watch it?" She'll sit there and yeah, she'll sit there and hit yes and no and all this stuff, right? And I'm sitting at the house last week, or last time I was at home, I'm sitting at the house doing something. I can't even remember what I was doing at the time. Then my wife's phone goes off for the notification saying, hey, your son's trying to access this video. Can he access it? My wife picks up the phone, clicks, yeah, sure. Next thing I know, I'm listening to my own damn voice going, "Good morning, everybody. Well, off we go to Springfield, Pennsylvania." I'm just like, no shit. My son found my channel, so I guess my channel is a safe for work or a safe for work and safe for children channel.
You know what? I actually should get back because my son doesn't use YouTube Kids. My son actually uses my Blind Girl account to go watch videos.
Right. You can get him a YouTube Kids account, and it will link directly to your account. So it's one of those things where if he stumbles across a video he's not allowed to watch, you'll get a notification on your phone saying he's trying to watch this.
Okay, because I mean, normally it's very predictable what he's going to click on anyways. He doesn't really stray far from the pack.
Well, YouTube actually does something right.
Yeah, and I mean, he's always in the room with me. I don't leave him unattended ever.
Just suddenly
So
you find out
always
Jack's
listening to
watching
what
Paul
he's listening
Joseph Watson videos.
Well, there was this one video that was, I want the Nookie, 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 Nookie is so good, Nookie, like, and it sounded like the Gummy Bear song, but it was replaced with Nookie. And I was like, no, son, delete, just nope, block, just nope. But other than that, he's never stumbled across anything that I've had to say, like, what the hell is this?
Out of curiosity, can you send me the link? Just out of curiosity, out of scientific study.
Well,
Curiosity,
the thing is, though, YouTube has always had a slight problem with kids' channels. Channels that otherwise would look like they'd be safe for kids.
Like Rick and Morty and The Simpsons.
Well, no. Appearing not to be. I remember there was one a few years ago called Hey Kids.
Yes.
Right. And a lot of the videos on it were they'd start off, just like normal, nursery rhyme videos and things like that. But the more you watch them, the weirder and bizarrer they got. They never sort of crossed the line and, went into swearing or horrible, gore or imagery or anything like that. But there was something a bit unsettling about them.
That sounds about right. That's about as bad as the Popsicle and Roller Coaster song.
Well, it's like, oh fuck, I was watching a video about this yesterday as well. I know H3H3 did a video on this channel. H3H3 did a video on this channel as well. The guy with the really stupid voice sounded like that. But he.
Peter, you may not be. You need to please stop. Don't do that again, please.
Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to that kind of cartoonish voice for the last 8 hours. Please don't do that.
Right.
Hey kids, let's do the roller coaster song.
If I wanted to watch a really irritating cunt, I'd watch.
Yes, I'm a gummy bear.
I can't even do that without tickling my nose.
Okay, if I really want to listen to an annoying voice, I'll listen to Pee Wee Herman. Oh no, you're just
Have
doing
you
it
ever
on
heard the roller coaster song? Have you ever heard the painful roller coaster song?
Something tells me I don't want to.
It's terrible because you see they made it so that parents have to do the actions with their kids because they want parent interaction here, and I'm thinking no I don't. So Jack comes up to me and he puts on his iPad roller coaster, and I'm like, no son don't make me do the roller coaster today, and he goes, I want roller coaster, and I'm like, please son, please, he's like, I want roller coaster. I'm like, okay dude. You gotta sit there and you gotta raise his arms in the air and then you gotta go, who wants a roller coaster? I want a roller coaster. Who wants a roller coaster? You want a roller coaster. And then you go, arms up. To the side. To the side.
You know, you should say to him, let's play the lottery game. Who wants to win the lottery? I want to win the lottery.
Yeah, and then you gotta do the action. You gotta go arms up, to the side, and then you go crazy! Okay, and you gotta tickle him while you do that, and he makes you do it over and over and over
This
and over.
is
and
the
over
weirdest
for, like,
video.
hours.
Oh
And
shit!
I'm
Hang
like,
on. Sorry.
I don't wanna. What the hell is
I'm
this?
going to kill you, Peter.
That's not me.
That's not you.
Okay, that's gonna blow. It's gonna blow up my damn speakers.
I'm going to kill you.
That sounds like a critter.
It says Baby Shark, but I'm screaming the lyrics.
Why would you do things to grown-ups like that? Like, why? You have a child, you understand the pain. Why would you? Why? I thought you understood my pain, trucker. I thought you understood parents' pain with this crap that's on the internet. That is like worse than crap.
It's called Daddy Doesn't Get Annoyed at This Stuff.
I bet Daddy does though.
That's what also. That's also why little boy does not make pouty face at Daddy, because little boy knows pouty face does not work on Daddy.
But he works for Mummy.
It works for Mommy, but it doesn't work for Daddy.
Oh, you hard ass.
Yes, agreed.
How can you not say "ah" to a pouty face? I mean, even puppy pouty faces make you just melt. Baby pouty faces are even worse. Because Daddy
is supposed to be immune to those, because if Daddy isn't immune to those, the kitty grows up really spoiled and bratty. That's why moms go, wait till your dad gets home. I do that all the time. I look at my son, I'm like, oh, you wait till your dad gets here. Like, you just fucking wait till your dad gets here.
Oh my god, really, Rose? You really like blowjobs? Okay.
Oh, my virgin ears.
Oh, my virgin ears.
You know what? That's awesome. Why did I just pick up on that?
Blowjobs. Is that so weird?
No, it's not weird. It's just.
How did we get from children?
I love giving blowjobs. I like having dick in my mouth. Is that so weird?
Why?
Because it's sexy, and you look up and you see his eyes, and then he's like.
Okay, you know what? If I wasn't a lesbian before, I'm definitely halfway there now.
How did we get from children's music to blowjobs?
I don't know. I was reading. What I was doing. She was talking to.
I swear to God, it's
Where was it? They were talking about blowjobs, and then I heard you asking me, so I decided to unmute myself and say yes. I like giving blowjobs because it's sexy. I think it's fucking hot if you have a guy's dick in your mouth.
You know what?
And you look like up, and you look up, and then you see his eyes like looking down, like
you like
he's
sucking
loving
pussy.
it.
If you do, you
know,
can have my phone number.
I fucking love it.
If you like
I
sucking
found the
pussy,
comment
you
that
can have my phone
started
number.
it.
On tonight's pub stream, we discussed children's songs and blowjobs.
Nobody has spotted what I've just done on the stream yet. I've got a Google search result: plane tickets to Holland.
Why is it so weird for a girl to like blowjobs. Like, I know most girls don't like it, but I fucking love it. I love having dick in my mouth. It's so good.
Oh my god, I have absolutely fuck all to say about that. I wrote it though. Seriously, if you like her licking out the puss, you know, you can give me a phone call.
What is this? Cheap Amsterdam flights.
What's wrong with puss?
Quite reasonable, actually.
Why? What have I done with my life? Why am I here?
No, but I know most girls don't like giving blowjobs. I know most girls don't like. I don't know why, but I know it's a thing. But I fucking love it.
Dear God, please put me on the right path in life. I have strayed.
I'm going to go and join the church. Decided. I'll probably burn in hell
I'll
for it.
send you the link. 1 second. I do have that on my notepad.
What, getting a blowjob?
No, a church.
Oh. I'm actually thinking about going back to Spain and living in a monastery. Or where the fuck they are. I don't know. I'm not religious. How the fuck did I know?
A monastery. No.
I don't know. I don't know about religion. I'm not religious.
Bert's about to become a nun.
Girls in here have never had a good dick.
Rosie, no one thinks
My girl, by the
weird for
way,
liking
check your
dick
Twitter
in your
DMs.
Thank you. Why? Why?
Oh my god.
Okay, can we
Oh God, seriously? Oh my God,
I can just imagine what's been sent, and it's made my day.
Well, as long as you say you don't like scat porn, then I'd be a little worried.
Yeah.
I draw very few lines in the porn I watch. Scat is one of those lines. No scat.
So he likes to draw lines in scat. Gotcha.
No, I'll just draw willies in them as well.
I'll never understand getting off shitting on somebody. Like, who, what, why?
It is amongst the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, shit's hilarious, but the fact that people actually get turned on by it.
How come I can see now Britt actually, when Two Girls One Cup first came out, she's sitting there just laughing herself silly.
It's the same as when I first watched The Exorcist. Pissed myself laughing. It was hilarious. I find the oddest things funny.
It's actually pretty. I kind of had the same reaction when I first saw that, and then it's like we showed it to a friend of mine, and then he played Wham's "Careless Whispers" in the background as he's playing the video. I'm like, I fucking hate you now.
You know, for a second I thought I broke Blind Girl there.
What did you send her?
When I listen to stuff, Hangout quits on me, but that was the most amazing song I've ever heard ever.
You actually like that version of Baby Shark?
Yeah.
Hello,
It's
random
hilarious.
goon.
It's about
How
as-
are you, mate?
Oh God, now that's
It's
stuck in
about
my
as
head.
hilarious.
What up?
The military one.
Are you alright, Green Thunder?
Hold on, dude.
Somebody has a death wish.
Yeah, but it's about as funny as the military guys doing it.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
Yeah, they go baby shark, and they're like being all macho commando like about it. I'm like,
Is it like that scene from was it now Robin Hood Men in Tights? We're tight men.
We're men, manly men. We're men.
We're men.
Oh yes.
Don't rub on the microphone. You're going to rub on the microphone, aren't you?
I'm surprised nobody's come up with a death metal version of Baby Shark.
They have.
Frog Leap Studios. Frog Leap Studios.
Very nosy.
Oh dear.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
I'm looking this up.
Exactly, right?
Hey, Britt. Britt, look in the Discord group DM.
Okay. I'm going to look
It's the most
now.
amazing version of Shark ever, man. It was just gloriously hilarious.
It's him sitting there
If
actually
it's not
singing.
dirty, I'm going to lose my mind. If it's not dirty, I'm
It's-
not interested.
It's not dirty.
Donald Trump sings. Dude.
Dude, what? I'm looking.
Well, hello, furry kitten. Careful.
What's a furry kitten?
Furry kitten, careful. We have got Random Goon in the chat.
Well, slap my thigh.
Random Goon! What's up, you
Furry
sexy
kitten.
bitch?
Scotty's not
You
around to hear the
sexy son of
sandwich.
a bitch.
Yeah, Scotty's not here, so here's a sandwich for you, Goon.
Mommy Trump.
What?
Mommy Trump. Daddy Trump. Daddy
Why do you
Trump,
go to rubbing on my microphone? I'm trying to pull something up, you bloody cat.
I knew I was going to say that when I heard the name. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's going to my. That's going to go to one of my anti-Trump friends.
Rolling Bear still has not heard Baby Shark. You, sir, are blessed.
Well, I'm immediately
going
going to post the link in chat as soon as it pulls up.
Please.
Lindsay and Rolling Bear, there's actually a very interesting, I'm getting ready to drop the Frog Leap Studios version. And now I'm listening to myself.
This is going
That
to
is
my
the Frog
friend.
Leap.
Sorry.
That is the Frog Leap Studio version of Baby Shark, which is the metal version.
Oh God.
Hold on, I'm sending this to my friend Ray. He's anti-Trump. I'm gonna fucking flip his shit at me. Hold on.
Wait, Lindsay, you've never heard of Frog Leap Studios?
Name sounds familiar.
He does metal versions of all kinds of weird songs. He's done a metal version of Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata means no words for the rest of your day.
He's done that. He's done. Oh my God! Pick something, dear. He's done it.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
I mean, he's done all kinds of stuff,
Let me see.
and he's good too. That's what's wild. He's good.
Ooh, a metal version of House of the Rising Sun. That's got to be good.
He just released that yesterday. That is awesome.
Ace
They actually did
sign. Ace
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, he did a version of him and Mary Splendor is her name. They did a metal version of Toto Africa.
Oh, I see that
is
right here.
outstanding.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that
adding
is outstanding.
I am adding that to my watch list.
Oh God, he's got. I mean, you name it, he's got everything. He's got so much stuff that is. I mean, just wow. Help me out here, Peter.
Furry Kitten asks, why are you driving on the wrong side of the road, Trucker?
I'm driving on the top side of
It's
the
very
road, which
cute.
I'm doing good.
It's Furry Kitten.
Furry Kitten.
I'm driving on the right side of the road because America.
Merca.
It's Furry Kitten.
You know Furry Kitten.
You know, I'm actually surprised it's not.
Do I?
I'm surprised it's not mirrored this time.
How much
got
longer
a bad
are we
memory,
going?
speak
About
up.
another hour, Cryptic. We're going to do about another hour. And yeah. Furry Kitten is Random Goon's next victim. Because hashtag Goon fucks kittens.
Oh, Goon, don't screw
Hold on, I thought he was with me.
What have kittens ever done to
Oh, I
you?
don't know, I'm
What
keeping
is
out of
wrong
that.
with you? Why would you do that to poor kittens?
Yeah,
Why?
exactly. I'm unsheathing my knife right now. Stabby, stabby.
Exactly.
Stabby, what?
Like
He
Mr.
doesn't.
Krabs-
He
My knife
doesn't
doesn't need to
really.
be
It's just a joke carried over from Foxy's streams.
It better be a joke, because why would you do that to a poor kitty? Why?
No, it's like I see pedophiles, sympathizers, or pedophiles and zoophiles on Twitter. I just send them like a gif of like me just unsheathing my knife. Like, yeah, touch it, you're dead.
Sorry.
That was awesome.
So,
Actually, you know what? mentioning something. I'll be right back. I gotta send Blind Girl a video. I'll be right back. I can't do both
Be
at once.
worried.
Please don't be naked. Please don't be naked. Please don't be naked. Please don't be naked.
Well, like it would matter to you, Blind Girl.
Dude, if I don't know what something is, I send it to my mom. So please don't be naked. Please don't be naked. Actually, wait. Mom seeing Trucker naked would be hilarious. Please be naked. Please be naked. Please be naked.
Please be a chick with a dick.
Right? Like, seriously, just...
That has got to be one of my favorite gifts that I posted to Peter's thing. Not to get off to just favorite.
Oi, oi, Cryptic. Who's just
All right, I'm back. The video is sent, and anybody who's interested in the video I just sent, check out the Discord group DM.
Well, only 10 of us can do that.
9.
And I can't do it right now because my computers will start back up if I go anywhere else.
Well, I was gonna say Britt and Peter could do it. Britt, Peter, or Blind Girl could do it.
Do what? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Do what?
I've noticed. You know, that's supposed to be a male thing.
Sorry, I just saw the word, not a chick with a dick, a bloke with tits. I'm like, oh yeah, got my full attention. Sorry.
No, there's a kitty. There's a kitty in the group. The Discord group.
It's
a big kitty.
It won't play right when I'm on stream.
Like,
oh, kitty, 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 kitty.
Oh, why do I still have the Wi-Fi on if I got my
Wait,
phone?
isn't that a bobcat?
I will.
Wait,
nope, that's a Savannah cat.
I will repost it to my Discord later. So
that is effing
Discord.
adorable.
A big.
That is effing adorable.
That's one of those Savannah cats.
Don't like.
Oh, holy crap! Okay, maybe I should have actually hit play, but that is awesome.
I know.
Screw that. Anyone want my? I'll sell both my cats for just one of those.
I don't know that cat. I don't know that cat. That cat's got a That cat's got a pretty hard taste for chicken drumsticks.
That cat is so.
Pyro Cryptic.
I want to say one. I just want to say one thing before I leave. Y'all a bunch of goddamn degenerates. That's all I gotta say.
Why, thank you.
You know it, Cryptic. You know it.
My
I'd offer to suck your dick for that compliment, but the problem is I probably couldn't find it.
Okay, I'm gonna,
my Discord is now the Insane Degenerates. So.
Furry kitten.
Oh, yeah.
Kitten has been known to fuck pussies. That sounds like a personal problem.
Pussy sucker do 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 do. Sorry, was that?
Did my cat get off too?
There we go.
I mentioned the pussy sucker, and he wonders where his pussy went.
No, I am paranoid. Anytime I can't find the cats anywhere, I know they're up to something.
Jeez. Hey, Lindsay, can you send me a message on Discord?
Send you a message on Discord?
Yeah, because I'll send you the same video I just sent them.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, let me. God damn it! Now I'm gonna have that tune stuck in my head.
Daddy Trump.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. I might hear today, I'll stop it if you stop with the really funny voices.
This is getting very silly.
Oh, god damn it, I can't do that.
Daddy.
Yeah, don't.
Trucker.
Hey, baby girl.
Hey, Daddy Trucker.
I guess we need to explain that for the folks in the chat. Apparently, I resemble Britt's dad heavily.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
I like the water
Anyway.
He's my daddy trucker. I cannot do an American accent to save my effing life. I'm telling you now.
No worries.
Right,
Ooh.
guys, I'll be back in 1 second. I just need to go grab something.
Okie dokie.
He's
I think he's draining the main vein again.
It's doing a blood wing.
Draining the lizard. Oh, he's pulling the blood wing, yeah.
Oh, is it still not on? Jesus.
Is that all the same link or is that different?
There you go, Lindsay.
Alright, let me pull.
Oh shit, I just pissed off a bunch of autistic moms. I better run.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
Are you arguing with people?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
that's-
Gosh.
If I could dog in park, do dog in park.
Oh my god, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Like,
Isn't he adorable?
I want one!
What? The
I'm
cat.
gonna get shit.
I need... Dude, do I need to get over, or... That's where... Oh, shit.
Oh, that would make Inked Brett's mother.
What? What's my mother?
Inked?
Paint? No, I want a foot paint. Wait, ink.
You don't like it? Inked and Pricked.
Yeah, I want to fuck her.
Quick,
Oh,
if anybody
she
wants to
is
check out my
fucking
avatar,
hot.
you'll
I
notice
want
the
to fuck
car
her
fire.
as well.
Right,
Like,
I want to fuck
Oh,
you.
what's burning?
darling.
What's burning? What's burning?
She is so hot. I want to fuck her as well.
I know,
I just
right?
heard I want to fuck paint.
Oh, shit. What is it?
I'm back.
You can fuck it in.
I believe.
Hey,
it
Peter,
is a
check out my avatar real quick.
Oh god.
Or check out my screen there. What the hell is that?
Oh, somebody's on fire.
What?
I don't know.
That's the,
It sucks to be that. And
It's
all
a
the
Chevy.
crap.
it's a Chevy. It's
My
a Chevy.
Chevy's on fire.
Random Goon, you've got the Hangout link if you want to come on. Be
Oh,
nice to
Random
hear your
Goon,
sweet
please.
dulcet tones again. It's been a while.
Yeah. Plus, Peter wants to fuck you.
Yeah, Goon, come check it out before Scotty gets back and gets all jealous again.
The stream just got gay.
Don't tell him
Gay.
Hey?
I said, Goon, come on and chat with me before Scotty gets all jealous about it, and don't tell Scotty I said that because he'll be pissed.
Yeah.
Cryptic said bunch of noodles.
Bunch of noodles.
What a dad. Oh, Cryptic, you're so wholesome.
Cryptic's
Sorry,
the worst
Cryptic,
out of all of us, I think.
You know, I'm hungry to the point I feel sick, but I cannot be bothered to move.
Hi, hungry. I'm Pumpkin.
I didn't say. Okay.
There's
I'm
food in the
pumpkin,
kitchen.
I'm
I don't
turkey.
like hearing it.
Come on, Peter. I'm winning the damn dad joke war here.
That one wasn't.
Yes.
That one wasn't even worth fighting.
No, but the sad part, actually, now that I think about it, Rosie, thank you for falling right into that whole Buccaneer joke earlier.
Buccaneers.
No, Foxy and I were talking to Peter's Discord.
You're welcome.
Talking about
I'm
pirates. I
used
told
to
her.
it as well, so yeah, you're
I
welcome.
told her. Yeah, I told her I was a Buccaneer with a $2 price in my head. She asked why. I said, "Well, I just told you I was a Buccaneer."
Because of pirates, bitches.
I'm still
Like
quite fond of.
pirates. Come on, we all love pirates.
Do you know what the cheapest car meat is?
Sweetheart, book as in American currency. On his head, as in the side of his head. Book and ears. Buccaneers. Book
Thanks, Britt.
instead of ears.
But yeah, I'm still quite fond of. You know what the cheapest car meat is?
Village.
Rosie, the Buccaneer thing is like saying, "What's a quid?" A buck is
I
$1.
know, you're making fun of me. I'm just asking, Britt, where have you been? We haven't seen you around lately.
On the path to madness.
There's a path
Well,
in Madison's birth.
If you met my family, you'd understand when I say the path to madness. Especially recently, I've started talking to my mum again. Again, the path to madness.
And right,
I know where I
remember
get
as well.
from.
Remember as well, right?
What?
If Rosie
What?
hasn't seen you around in a while, it's serious because God, she gets around.
Wow, that was very.
What are you saying,
gentlemanly of you.
Peter? Are you
I'm
saying that I am?
I'm joking, Rosie.
What are you saying exactly?
I'm
Please.
only
Yanking
kidding.
on your tits, love. He's
He's
yanking on your
saying you
tits.
forgot to give him change the other day, and he's kind of mad at you about it.
Yeah.
I do all.
Well,
kids.
Aw, I
you shouldn't make
picked
your
on you.
prices
I
so
just tried to explain
awkward.
a joke.
Fucking exchange.
Wait,
rates.
homemade
Rosie,
chocolate jammy hobnobs? That sounds amazing.
Rosie.
I like
Rosie.
chocolate hobnobs, but jammy ones? Never heard of those.
Depends what you pour on them. And how hobbly a knob can be. It could be veiny,
Hobbly?
but I don't know about hobbly. Hobbly is a new word I made up. Now fucking shut up. Hobbly. Hobnobbers. Hobbly. Hobbly. Yeah, I'm going to shut up now.
No,
Are you
continue.
all just drunk? Is this what happened? Are you
So
guys
I'm
good.
actually sober.
Just
I'm actually
upstream.
sober. I'm
Are
just.
you sure about that?
I'm on less meds.
Are you sure about that?
Skittles!
I'm on less meds, honey. This is what I was like before I was on meds.
And Mr. Misanthropic's back.
fact, I
think
Later
that's
worth-
time. Sex.
Sex.
Tits.
Curtain,
Is
can
it
you
just
with
It's not in
me?
here. It's outside that the skunk sprayed. Stop it.
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do. I'm gonna get kicked off in a minute. I'm gonna shut up now.
Good night, James.
All right, mate. Good night, James.
Night, James.
Run!
Go
Run
away.
with it!
Yeah, would.
Run!
By the
you-
way, Blind Girl, now in the Discord, there's a cat dancing for you.
What was that noise?
I think Brooks electrocuted herself.
I am losing my shit. That is adorable.
No.
Which
She's
one?
just having diarrhea.
Which one's adorable?
Hold on. I've got one for you.
What's adorable? Ah,
Okay, let me see if I can find this one. This really cute one. Ah, there it is.
Oh!
hey, Peter. I think next Bear needs to make that song on the binge meter.
There's one for you guys.
Have I ever
Oh,
showed you the
guys,
picture that
somehow.
I did? Or
Have a good night. I love you all of
You
you.
leaving?
And I'll see you guys next week, right?
Okay.
Night,
ya.
Rosie.
Good night.
All right.
I love
Rosie.
you all.
Have a good night.
Mwah, mwah.
Keep my bed warm.
Bye.
I think
Bye.
in this weather, anyone could. The bed just keeps itself
up.
warm.
Shut up. I'm trying to hit on her.
So, have I ever showed you guys the critter that I did a reverse image search on? It said it was Trump's nudes.
No, and that's actually
No,
sounds really
I'm-
scary.
And yeah, that's cool.
I'm not
Random Goo.
interested. Britt, have you ever seen the parrot singing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor"?
No.
I want to.
Search it on YouTube. There's actually a parrot singing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
Oh, that's freaking adorable. I've really got to
Man,
stop
it's
hanging
not
around,
cool.
Rob.
The fact that that guy died, like right when their album got big, is really sad.
Shortly after that, his body hit the floor.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
How long ago was it? Because I heard that joke years ago.
I don't know, but it's still too soon. I just want to be a bit of a cunt.
Jeez.
Where is that critter?
Did you know that
Oh, great.
homemade
I'm
chocolate
gonna have to.
hobnobs?
So anyway, I've discovered considering I think out of the whole bunch here, I'm the only one who actually plays on TikTok or goofs around and looks at TikTok.
Hold on. Are you on TikTok?
No, I
Yeah,
Send me the motherfucking link.
What, to my channel?
Yeah.
That would be Pumpkin Trucker.
Or send me. Oh, hold on. How do you get onto TikTok? I don't usually go. I usually watch it like TikTok and YouTube. But this will be interesting.
Oh, Lord.
Random Goon says, I always like the penguin falling off the cliff and Foo Fighters' There Goes My Hero singing over it. We've got Chadwick. Hi, mate.
I'm awake.
Hey, Chaddies.
I'm awake.
Hey, Chadwick. Got ya.
Actually, the funny part is, Britt, if you actually look on my TikTok page, at one point you'll see a video of my son napping in the back of the car. There's some
TikTok. Got ya.
Yeah, there's some song. I think somebody said it was 21 Pilots. About halfway through the song, they just stop singing whatever they're talking about, and the guy just sits there going, "You fell asleep in my car. I drove the whole time, but that's okay. I'll just avoid the whole so you sleep fine."
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
that part. It's that part of the song, and just the camera pointing at my son while he's sleeping in his car seat.
All right, everyone. I am sending it to the group chat. I found you on TikTok.
Go ahead.
I'm loving that group chat. That's fun.
One of these days, I need to get around to signing up for TikTok.
You got
You
my
guys
favourite
cool.
song on there as well. Fuck me up the ass
I
'cause I
do?
love Jesus, yeah. Fuck me up the ass 'cause I love Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that one. Yeah.
Garfield
Why?
knows the loophole.
I actually sent that to Sanut once and he loved the song.
Yeah.
Oh God, have you heard their other songs? Those two girls are dirty. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Like I know, right?
Oh my God, Becky, look, her,
Oh my
Wow,
god.
really? Did you
Becky,
mess it
look
up
at
that-
her butt.
No, I knew it was
God,
butt. I just.
Becky, like, look at her
Becky.
butt. It's so big. She must be like
Awesome.
those rap guys'
Oh
girlfriends.
shit!
Cool.
No, I wasn't doing the original. I was doing the crappy version.
Awesome.
That stripper sings it. Nicki Minaj.
Never heard
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they really
Oh, I know. Oh god.
it was
Like I said, it's
Nice.
the crappy version.
Furry Kitten, there are
Yeah.
only two types of people. Those that can extrapolate information from incomplete data sets.
And those just don't give a flying fuck.
Wait, our fucks are supposed to be flying? Damn it! I don't even give a
imagine that?
normal fuck.
Is if you join
Could you
the
imagine that if you-
Mile High Club.
Yeah, can you imagine that though? If you're like shagging somebody and all of a sudden you just start floating. You're like Mary Poppins. Oh my god, that should be like a Mary Poppins porno. I'm sorry, but that was fucking awesome.
Rule 34 is if it exists, there's porn of it, and I'm betting that it applies here.
Hey,
Though
Britt,
it doesn't like
you
floats.
actually, you weren't in the Hangouts when we were talking about it, but
Yeah.
the first video I sent on that group DM today is actually somebody cosplaying the Dave Tennant Doctor and singing the Time Warp.
I see it.
That's the kind of shit you find on TikTok.
And I've got a thing for David Tennant.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
he
God,
was
looks
this
like-
guy in,
It looks like a cross between David Tennant and fucking Jim Carrey.
yeah, well,
It's kind of hot.
he's doing the best he does the best he can.
Yeah,
I heard a story where the actress who plays Rose called him David Tennant on set.
yeah, she called him David by accident.
Billy Piper.
Yeah. She was a singer for a while, and she married some ginger cunt who's who had a TV show.
I've only seen her in two things: Doctor Who, and then there was a movie where she plays a hooker.
No, that's
Again,
actually a
that's
complete
like-
series, like Confessions of a Call Girl or Diary of a Call Girl or something.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Yes. Chris Evans. That was it. Thank you, Random Goon. Thank you. She was married to Chris Evans for a while. He is the king of all gingers.
Actually, wouldn't that be Prince
He's a
Harry at this
kinga.
point?
He's a kinger. No, what's his
Prince Harry's a wannabe.
Yeah,
Motherfucker, my lane.
Marlene, fucker.
the kinger. Yeah, I know, right? The kinger.
Can't stand the lines well enough. You take your boyfriend's dick and shove it up your ear. What the fuck, man?
Shove it up your ear.
That sort of reminds me of yesterday. We pulled into this gas station. These guys wouldn't move. And I was saying that same shit. Get the fuck out of the way. Yelling at him and everything. So we stopped. And this dude gets out of the car. He's all fucked up. And he looks at the van. He's like, oh, I want some free candy. Because it looks like, you know, the rapist van. And
We're fresh out. Your mother had it all last night.
And I had your mother. Joke, gone, overhead.
Rip,
What?
Rip, while you're playing around on my TikTok page,
Yeah.
I think it's like the very first video. Before I realized with my streams, half the time I go to touch something on my phone and it switches camera. I was going to do that for like a face, something like that for a face reveal originally, and then I stopped giving a fuck.
I know you belong. What?
Yeah.
I have no idea why I pressed that button just at that second.
I don't know. Peter, are we still live?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Oh, there it is.
No, we're not. Thank God.
No,
Yeah, we are.
he goes through OBS, or not OBS,
Oh yeah, you go through OBS. Oh God. Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay, to all those listening, I apologize profusely for any deafness that may occur during this stream.
I don't like
we
that.
were off
That
that?
sounds very ominous.
No, just somebody asked, and I was like, I hope so. And then I found out my crushed hopes and dreams were a reality, and I went, oh shit, people are listening to this still? Oh my God! They're gonna sue us for deafness! Fuck no!
Hey, human, I am hoping to God it's a simulation and someone spilled coffee on the console. Because this planet is freaking retarded as hell.
Right, okay.
No one?
How could we tell if it is a simulation? I don't know.
I don't know.
If I win the lottery tomorrow, it's definitely a simulation, because that totally would not happen in real life.
Well, I mean, if it was a simulation, I mean, in real life, I would say exactly what you expect me to say, but in a simulation, I would aardvark.
No, I'm a pangolin.
You know, if I did win the lottery, that'd be a complete miracle because I don't play the fucker.
Yeah.
I throw a few bucks on lottery every now and then. I spend $20, win 100, and walk away.
I like doing the scratchers every once in a while.
Welcome back, Chadwick.
Hey, Chadwick, welcome
Willkommen
back.
Black and Chadwicken.
Oh, that's racist.
That's racist.
We live for racists. We love racists.
Gluten, Gleepin, Globbin.
Give it to me, baby.
Hurdy-gurdy,
Sorry.
hurdy. Sorry, Bjorn, if you're still watching.
Is from one of the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the stuff from the Muppets. I actually remember that. Oh, Beak was my favourite.
This is the most retarded stuff I've
It's
ever
right.
listened to ever.
What has this stream become?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Why is
where-
everyone speaking Elvish now?
What is
Hush, I was gonna say, what does this become? Hush, blind girl, or I will send you a clip of a Muppet from the Muppet Show singing "Windmills of Your Mind."
Is it Miss Piggy?
No, it's this three-legged thing. It's this pink thing. No, it's this pink, like bright Pepto Bismol pink thing with 3 legs that spin to make it look like it's running.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's if you look up the song "Windmills of Your Mind," imagine that song getting faster and faster and faster and faster as it goes.
Until the windmill takes off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dad, Mom. Sorry, I've been over. Okay,
What?
messages, lots of messages.
I know, she had lots.
Oh dear, she's been overwhelmed by massages.
Massages, yes, that's so.
Yeah, she'll be home tomorrow, but I have to go to work.
Why did that just remind me of the one of the onesies we bought for my son? No, one of the. Okay, most of those onesies my son couldn't wear for long, but oh my god, we were having fun with those. He only wore it like twice, but he had a onesie that said all mommy wanted was a back rub.
And all Daddy wants is a front rub.
It actually the one said all daddy wanted was a blowjob.
Where are my onesies?
Then there was one. My parents went on vacation, and all they got was me.
I've got an itchy back. Ah.
Jesus.
I have like feety pajamas, but they don't have the feet.
Yeah.
I'd offer to rub your back there, Britt, but my back rubs end up in children.
That is.
That was horrendous.
And probably somewhat truthful.
What?
I am scared.
Why are links? What are those links? I'm going to click on them.
Yeah. Brave,
link,
brave man.
Me click.
Come on, this is a guy who goes to Brave Dragon.
No, it's Bad Dragon.
Hold on.
Bad
Donation.
Dragon.
No text to speech.
They have a YouTube.
Alright, hang on.
Oh shit.
I don't know why it didn't set the text to speech off, but
Alright, Chloe, got it.
thank you to Cryptic for the donation. I'm just pulling the message up now. Whew.
What are those things?
What are they?
What are those?
Okay, so I think that's that Muppet thing. What's the other one? Also, which one did I click?
Let her in. Go let her in before she goes after someone. Go. Her tag isn't good anymore.
What links are these?
They're all YouTube links, so they're not going to be anything too traumatic.
I don't know.
You
I don't
haven't
know.
been
They put
watching
AOC's
Susan's streams,
face on
have you?
it. That's pretty traumatic.
All right. Well, thank you to Cryptic for the £9.16 donation. Who says penis and
She was
OCD?
coming in.
That's about $10 US.
Yeah.
No CD.
No, OCD. I think it was my donation goal was £9.16 short of 100. So.
Oh, okay.
So thank you very much for that, Cryptic.
It's gone quiet.
I think everyone's
It's
been
gone
deafened by
quiet.
that donation
Why is
noise.
Blind Girl scraping?
There's a donation noise.
Yes, you guys
we
won't
don't.
hear it on
I guess we
stream.
don't hear it.
That's why I went. Oh Jesus Christ! And then went shh donation.
I've got the YouTube thing muted, so all can hear is you on the chat.
Right.
No,
Right.
OCD,
You
so you
win.
round up a number. Not if it's like even or odd, it's rounded off.
And Random Goon, I want a t-shirt. I crossed the border. All I wanted was parents, and all I got was this lousy charity t-shirt. I crossed the border, and all I got was drowned.
Okay, now
Yeah, Rosie
I'm
said the
gonna
chat.
go with
Hello,
that
Rosie.
one's too soon, but funny.
You know, I saw a photograph of the little girl and the father in the water. That got me
Human
really
or
angry.
human? That sounds like me when I cut my hair, bald and bankrupt.
Bald and bankrupt.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
I'm
you, I'm
catching
on
up
bad
to
For a
page.
proper haircut. Although my mother's
catching
last
up to
name
that
used to be Barber.
And you know you've crossed a line.
The
when
half
even
in my
Random
head is
Goon
gone.
goes oof.
Ooh, nice truck. Shame about the little penis.
What, driving it?
Hmm.
What, the little penis driving it?
Yeah.
That's part of the ground. All right, guys. I think I'm going to head off. I'm going to go down to the pub.
Oh, have fun.
I will. Thank you for having me on, Peter.
That's quite all right. Anytime, Lindsay.
All right.
Peace, Lindsay.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Lindsay.
Bye.
See
Later,
you
guys.
later.
Bye.
Hi, Lindsay.
Bye. All right. So, Furry Kitten saying,
Yeah.
"Okay, I need to go nap. I'm an old bloke who needs to."
And now we have a
5
mister.
hours. So I'll leave you with this. What happens when you liquidize a kitten?
I want to know. I want to know.
I don't know. I close my eyes when I rub one out.
Yeah. It's, I don't know either. I always close my eyes when I wank.
That is the best way.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Sorry, did I step on your joke?
And they say I'm the one who lowers the tone.
Oh, the tone
You
was
guys are
lowered
fucking
well
gross.
before you got here, Britt.
Oh, thank God for that. I can't be lying for it this time.
Yeah, I'm just here to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
What now? Your own wood, huh? 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 No. Okay.
You're here to be the first
I didn't hear-
to throw earth on the coffin.
Yeah.
How you doing anyway, mate?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Good.
Fucking work. Good news, it was good news we could dress patriotic for 4th of July, so I went all out.
Oh, that's it. I'm turning this off.
Nice.
But it's June 29th.
Yeah, well, we're closed on 4th of July, so.
We've just been joined by Random Goon as well. Hello there, mate.
Hello. How you doing?
Random
I'm good,
Goon.
mate. I'm good. How are you?
64 in a bed
Quick,
next weekend.
quick disclaimer: I don't fuck kittens. Just getting it out there before anyone brings it up again.
I thought, wasn't there some controversy about a YouTuber for that?
Yeah, there was one
really?
beating
Shane
the cat
Dawson.
up as well.
Shane Dawson.
No, it wasn't.
That was
There's
what
also
it
another
was.
one. There was another one who I can't remember the episode, but apparently he was beating the shit out of his cat, then trying to fuck it.
Yeah, I know there was that group of furries that was killing and raping animals, but
Ugh, seriously.
Doesn't that go against everything a furry stands for, though? Well, the killing part, at least.
I don't know.
Degeneracy.
Yeah, I thought
No,
they didn't like to wear that original fur.
Oh, not much fur on a cat, though. At least they should go after like a bear or something.
Yeah, but they can use a cat as a condom.
Oh. Why did I join?
And speaking of kitties,
this is my stream, and I thought the exact same thing.
Chloe, don't worry. I will.
You invited a bunch of degenerates down to the pub. Hey, look, a kitty.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
we got Pussy on stream.
Come again.
I will see who.
I just made that joke, damn it.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
Still gets a bell.
No, you don't want furries. They want that.
Chloe.
So Rosie likes yiffing. Got it.
Do what? Where?
She has the most amazing green eyes.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. I think Chloe hot. I'm gonna headbutt my phone. Fine. No. Meow.
Pretty kitty.
Meow.
Anyway.
She looks exactly like one of my cats.
She smells food on your fingers. Ew.
That's because
It's
I just
not
ate the salmon.
food.
It
Ew,
was.
Peanut, what did you go there? Stop with the fucking bell! Jesus Christ, my sanity is slipping away. Mister.
Wait, you still have Sandy? I left that alone a long time ago.
Oh, well. Fuck.
Arms killer, yes. Great Holocaust. When is it?
I gave mine up for a bag of magic beans.
What did we
See,
give?
why is it
what did we
whenever
give up
Mr.
for what?
Misanthropic
I
hits
give
that
up my
bell, all I can
bag
think
of
is that
mushroom-
Hasty
magic
Dixie
mushrooms.
joke. Or
What joke?
no, the song. You remember the Hasty Dixie version of Hell's Bells? They're using one of those bells to play the song.
Yes, yeah. That's brilliant.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I can see that working.
So have you been anyway, Random Goon? What have you been up to?
Motherfucker, step it up!
Apparently, he's been up to great things. So many
Hey.
things he responded.
You're bigger than him. Just push him out of the way.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, can we do the speed limit? I hear banjo music.
Goon, are you there?
Good.
Down, down, down.
That's when you go above the speed limit.
Yeah.
I did that the other day driving through Ohio. I'm like, oh shit, step on it, quick. We were driving
Did
by
they
and
still
we
have
seen
this-
God mowing the fucking lawn.
Do they
That
still
we knew
have-
we were way too far into Ohio then.
Do they still have the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit for trucks over there?
Yep.
First beer of the week.
I thought you just had one.
No, that's a soda.
Yeah, Ohio sucks for everything. It
don't
really
even
does.
care that it's
The people are
PRs.
really nice, but the state itself sucks.
Like a gummy prostitute.
Dude, what?
I've been calling
Looks
everyone
like
from
a gummy
Ohio
prostitute.
Oh my
Canadians.
Sorry, I lowered the tone again. Do apologise, but actually no, I don't.
Hey, who else has a bell on the? Who else has a bell here? I just heard a bell.
I was shutting off my toaster oven.
Oh.
Mister,
I don't know where it got off to.
I was wondering if you could hear that or not.
Yeah, I heard that. I thought someone else just had a bell. I will not tolerate. I'll not tolerate infringing on my infringement of someone else's gimmick. I'm not letting someone steal the bit from me that I stole from like 2 other people.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And Rosie in the chat asks, "Who is? Sorry, I was AFK for a bit. Who's the guy drinking his first beer of the week?" That is Mr. Misanthropic.
No, his name's Skittles.
Oh,
Skittles.
or Skittles.
Reese's
or
Pieces.
Yeah.
You don't mean the rapper. I meant the chocolate.
So what's everyone got planned
I don't even.
for the week?
I don't even care that there's PBR. It's still nice.
CB what?
PBR.
That's Blue Ribbon.
It's shit. Tastes like straight piss, but it's beer.
It's carbonated water with alcohol in it.
No, it was more of just like they rubbed alcohol on the inside of the can
Dude, you know what's really bad is the fact that my quote unquote beer of choice, Natty Boh.
Who's tempering us
Which
on
is-
the stream?
Ew.
Who did what?
Come back.
So you know
Welcome
you
back,
know what I'm
sweetheart.
talking about when I say Natty Boh, huh?
Thank you.
Yes, I
You're
know
coming
exactly
back
what you're
and
talking about.
yes.
And
I've got-
that also
I've got
tells you
that.
exactly where I'm from too, doesn't it?
I
Yep.
was kinda supposed to have a chat with someone else, but he's a little bit late, so I'm back.
Hi, Rosie.
What?
Hello, Rosie.
What do you want there?
How he's like, hey.
Now, Mister, I will say one thing: Natty Boh is awesome for steaming crabs. Don't use water,
Wait,
use
are
Natty
you
Boh.
Mr. Misanthropic?
Yes, that is me.
Oh,
Skittles.
okay. I saw some link to your Discord one day, but I never joined because
She didn't know who you are.
too many Discords.
I'm joking, Skittles.
Ooh.
That's good.
Oh, so many fucking mosquitoes here. I'm dying. Like, it's so
Lavender.
hot. I have everything open, but now I'm like killing mosquitoes every fucking minute.
Rosie, you need some lavender water or you need something like with lavender smell to it because they can't stand lavender.
I say
Really?
mint balm.
Is that really
lavender.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
okay.
when I was in Spain, I had literally bathe in lavender water in the summer because they just will not leave me alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna try that tomorrow.
Lavender water, they don't like the smell of it.
If not,
Thank
napalm.
Is it kind of like citrus?
Yeah, when I was-
They don't like
when I was
citrus
in a-
either, don't they?
Yeah, when I was in Louisiana, I just smoked menthols because that was the only thing that would keep them away.
Menthol.
Menthol?
You
Yeah, for some
fucking
reason,
menthol cigarettes.
menthol cigarettes that will keep them away.
That would work
It's-
as
I really
It's the
think
mint
I need
menthol.
some meth for a second.
Hi, Artorias.
It cut
Hi,
out
my
right there at the end, right
65
after
signal.
you said meth. So I really wanted to confirm that you said menthol.
Yeah, I said menthol. Not
Okay.
Hey,
Stick a
Artorias.
meth lab in your basement. That'll get rid of any critters.
Fuck!
That is a good point.
Hey?
God fucking damn it! I'm literally like getting sucked all over and not in a good way.
Clip that. Somebody clip that now.
I need to live in your state. Jeez.
I don't live in a state. I live in a province. I'm Dutch.
Oh, then province. We need to take that
Oh,
over.
hell yeah. I do have weed. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we really should annex the Netherlands. That'd be fun.
Come to Holland, where you'll be
We
sucked
need to
all over.
adopt a lot of their laws over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can all
yeah.
come to Holland, and I'll have a place for you, and we'll go coffee shop hopping. Anyone that wants to
I
come
have
over.
a friend.
Like, you never hear anything bad coming out of the Netherlands. Seriously.
No, because we are cool.
I have
Yeah,
a friend who
yeah.
lives in the
We really
Netherlands.
need to adopt your culture.
We
Without
need to
the
adopt.
tiki deaky duck.
Yeah,
I can stay over
we
there.
are kind of like low key, like just chill, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I went to the Netherlands, like, well, Holland anyway. Pretty much around the corner. And got there, was like, we have no hotels. We're searching around for hotels. And this guy comes up to us, starts like giving this spiel of like, oh, you should come here, blah, 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 hostel and things like that. And then this armed policeman with like an assault rifle or something, or a submachine gun just comes over, like, yeah, move along. We're like, okay. And then we walk across the street and there's just some black guy going, Coke. Coke. I'm like, you arrest that guy, but not that dude. Okay. This
I've seen that movie. I'm not staying at a
Actually,
hostel.
guys, I
Oh,
want.
dude, when I was
No,
across
guys,
the pond,
guys,
I stayed in
listen.
hostels the whole time. It was great.
I
She had a room
want-
with a
I
smoking
want
hot
to
Irish
Give me
broad.
an Airbnb
guys
any day.
something. No, listen. I want to teach you guys something that I've only just recently learned. And I'm 33 and I've lived in Holland my whole life. Holland is not the word. We have 12 provinces here. And Holland is only 2 provinces, North Holland and South Holland. So Holland is not the name for the Netherlands at all.
I said the Netherlands.
I said the Netherlands.
Yeah, Holland is just 2 provinces.
Okay, don't start turning into.
But it is the province where I live, though, because I live in North Holland. So
Now you sound like Scotty when he's like, Scotland's in Britain. Scotland's in Britain, guys. Guys, did you know that Scotland is in Britain? In case you didn't know, Scotland is in Britain.
What?
Is your phone at the bottom? Is your phone at the bottom of a trash can?
I know, right? You sound so far away.
No, it's not.
Human.
It's at the table, isn't it?
Listen, human. A human. You are completely correct. Holland is it's actually 2 provinces, North and South, and the nation is Netherlands. Yes, but our country is not called Holland.
I was just going
That's
to
like
say.
saying, that's like thinking the U.S. is called Dakota. Because of North Dakota and South Dakota. I mean,
basically, yes. Yeah.
I was just going to say, though, remember that this was Blind Girl we were talking about. Her phone's on the other side of the room, and she's got the TV remote to the side of her head.
That's just a packet of biscuits.
What is Cardiff?
And you know what? I was gonna make you a sandwich, Goon. I was gonna make you a sandwich, but never mind.
Oh no! I'll take it back. Although you'll just send me your TV remote. Mayonnaise.
Wales is in Britain as well. They just forgot about us long ago. Yes. Wales is British.
That's a good reason we forget about Wales. If you ever went there, you'd understand.
What's wrong with Wales? Tell me.
Besides being covered in the Welsh.
Damn.
They absolutely hate us. I mean, with a passion. Literally, any English person who moves to certain parts of Wales, their houses get burnt down or they get massive beaten.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
I remember going to a small town called Pembroke, and I went into the pub there, and as soon as I come in and ordered a pint, they realised I was English, and they were like, right, we're speaking Welsh now.
I
Great.
know you live in
And it's
Wales.
like-
That's why I mentioned it, Artorius.
It's funny. I actually live like 30 minutes away from Pembroke, in Ontario.
Not Ontario.
Well, obviously, but just saying, you were in Pembroke. I'm just saying, I have Pembroke like 30 minutes away from it.
Yeah. The thing is,
Stealing
though,
our
Blind Girl,
names.
yeah, Canada
I'm in
just
Athens.
steals their names from everywhere. Make up your own
Yeah,
bloody
yeah.
So does
names.
America.
You have to pay to get into Wales, but leaving is free.
Yeah, it's true,
That is
actually.
really-
Why would you want to pay? Why would you want to pay to get in? You have to put your feet on the way out.
What I think is funny that there's the freaking Nelson Mandela in Scotland. That's a little shocking. There's a
Nelson Mandela lives in
Nelson
Scotland?
Mandela Street in
I
Scotland.
thought Nelson Mandela was dead.
Yeah, same
He
here.
is, but there's a street named after him and a convention center
Oh, yeah.
in Scotland. Why? Why Scotland?
He was Scottish. Did you not know? History books have told you wrong, dude.
According to Scotty, the Scottish invented everything. Sorry, no, according to Tom,
I
the
bet
idea
asked Scotty the same question. He doesn't know either.
I am really glad Scotty is not here right now, just saying, because he'd be really pissed. He'd be like,
No, he wouldn't. He's a Ouija. So was Mandela.
I feel like Ouija is some kind of European joke that I'm not getting.
It's like the shithole of Scotland, basically.
So it's the Detroit. So it's the Detroit of Scotland.
Hey, that's my hometown. It's not that bad.
I'm sorry.
Cleveland is way worse. Cleveland is way
I
worse.
do agree. The Mandela effect still goes strong. I had it with so basically, I don't really believe in the Mandela effect, but I do
experience.
I listened to a song from The Doors the other day, and it was completely different. than that I used to imagine it, I think.
I get
And
that too.
like it's kind of weird.
Wait, are you
Humans have
confusing
short
the
memories.
I was gonna say, are you confusing the Mandela effect with short-term memory loss by any chance?
That's what Mandela effect
that's,
is.
that's exactly what I mean.
The
I
Mandela
am
effect,
always.
it's usually
I don't
communal.
believe.
It's usually a lot of people
Let's
No,
say,
but
let's
I
say,
misremembering
usually
the
let's
same
do,
don't believe
thing.
in Mandela effect, but
speaking of Mandela effect, let's do a quick experiment. Is it Berenstain Bears or Berenstain Bears?
no.
Who cares?
No. Wait, I don't know the Berenstain Bears.
Oh, is that just an American thing?
But no, listen. But the whole life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're
You
gonna
never,
get.
you never know what you're going to get.
But that
Yeah, they've been playing that at Walmart all week.
because it's like it is life is like a box of chocolates, and now it's like life was like a box of chocolates.
Oh, great.
It's
Now I want a
kinda
box
weird.
of chocolates.
No, it is. They say life is like a box of chocolate. I've been listening to it all week. Walmart's been playing that
watched
part on their
movie
TV.
so many times, and it's like it is life is like a box of chocolates, but
Yeah, but it tells you on the back of it what the chocolates are.
I know, right?
Just turn over life and read. You know.
Yeah, but I
still can't read.
And yet somehow I still get the one that's filled with toothpaste every single time.
What brand of chocolates are you buying that they have toothpaste scented ones?
Oh no, it's the one that's filled with that shit that tastes like toothpaste.
He thinks the white bit in Aquafresh is actually white chocolate.
But it's not. You're telling me it's not? Well, this is more embarrassing when I found out that On the Rag didn't mean you were really into ragtime jazz. I was using that phrase wrong for my entire life.
You do look like a ragtime jazz enthusiast. I
listen to nothing but show tunes and K-pop.
Mr. Misanthropic, have you ever had a Colgate Cream Egg?
Oh, what?
That deserves a ding. If anyone's got a bell.
I'm the one with the bell and I don't get it.
Colgate, it's a brand
What
of
did you say?
toothpaste.
Colgate? Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Colgate.
Yeah. Instead of a Cadbury's Cream Egg.
I got it.
There you go.
I know, Chloe. I don't know what's going on either, but it's okay.
Is a human the only one in chat?
Possibly now. Well, no, there's 10 people watching.
Yeah, one of them's me. I mean,
One of them is me.
One of
them's me.
All of them are me.
What do you want?
I can be on. I'll be honest and saying one of them is not me. I'm actually sitting here looking for a photo on my device.
You're operating your device while you're driving a truck?
Right.
That seems dangerous.
You gotta have some lurkers.
Here's
I'm
one.
not in there.
Here's one. I heard about this the other day, right?
Oh,
Apparently,
yeah.
there's a movie quote, right, that everybody seems to know or be familiar with, but nobody can pinpoint what film it's from.
Okay.
And it's just vanished off my phone.
In a minute.
Just as I was about to read it. Hang on. Come on. Bloody fucking Windows phone.
Yeah.
Sex.
Oh, get an Android.
Hey, Art.
The S9 works just
Oh,
fine.
that's it. Yeah.
No dead air.
Just
No
before,
dead air.
yeah, just before it came back up on screen, it popped back into my head. It's one character asks, "What does it do?" And the other replies, "It doesn't do anything. That's the beauty of it."
Never heard
Phineas
that.
and Ferb.
Right. People have said that it's it could be The Big Lebowski, Bruce Almighty, Office Space, The Hudsucker Proxy, some corporate movie. where they-
Spaceballs.
No,
I haven't seen any of them.
I genuinely.
Except for the Big Lebowski. I've seen that one. That's not Big Lebowski.
Was any of them right then, Peter?
No.
Oh, it's not
No,
Men
I
in
think
Black, is it?
that's one of those. I think that's actually one of those quotes that it's not actually from anything.
Everyone remembers it.
And that's the beauty of it. But bump.
Uh-huh. Just looking into this now, actually. I'll probably.
That line was on Phineas and Ferb. Yeah,
That
I know
really
my,
does sound like the
I know my
Phineas and
Disney
Ferb
cartoons.
I know my.
No, Phineas and Ferb is awesome.
Mostly because I have very young children in my family now, and when I have to babysit them, I have to sit there and watch it with them.
Oh yeah,
Phineas
they're
and
making
Ferb
you
is
watch
actually
it
pretty
with
good.
them.
Yeah. I
Out
think
of
it's the
all
other way
those-
around.
That excuse.
Out of all those cartoons, that's one of the better
Trust me, I did not watch Frozen 35 times by choice.
No, you forced your children.
Kids don't even watch that movie that many times by choice. It's just their parents saying, "Yep, watch this one."
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I was with an ex of mine, her son was obsessed with Megamind. In a week, I saw
That
it
was good.
8 times.
I've watched that one by myself. That's a good movie. That one's
Yeah,
really
but
good.
I bet the kid was just running around screaming with a fire truck in his hand, not even watching it, just like ah! And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's the usual.
No, it was like a pacifier. And yeah, I saw Frozen about 3 times in the same week.
I remember my nieces and nephews were into Mamma Mia. The amount of times I had to listen, Mamma Mia, here we go again, night, night. I was like, fucking kill me.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one.
I had to all beat with the fact that my son's been watching Turbo every day since he was 6 months old, and he snapped it.
Your Turbo Lover.
Wrong Turbo.
Turbo was good.
No other Judas Priest. No one else knows that song but me.
Another another ex-girlfriend, her daughter, right? She used to buy her strange, like, older cartoons to watch on DVD. So, I've now
The dollar ones?
I've now, in my adult life, seen every single episode of Bagpuss.
I used to love Bagpuss and Felix the Cat.
Okay, that must be a European thing. I don't know what that is.
Oh, you know something I found out is that there were sequels. Something I found out is that there were sequels to Milan. Everyone remember that Disney show?
What?
That Disney movie Milan? There were
Straight
sequels to that.
Was it straight?
There
I know
were
there was a
sequels to
part
that.
2. There was a
But
part 2, but I own part 2. But there was more?
If I remember right, there was more. I found out there was a bunch of Disney movies that had sequels I never knew about, and they all just go straight down. And they all just go straight downhill in quality. There's a reason they were all direct to DVD.
Well, their directors and producers fucking didn't want to come back, so they got the B Squad to do it.
Yep.
Mr. Misanthropic, I can give you two film names that were okay. One of them was not so insanely famous until several years after it came out, but then its popularity shot way the hell up. And then another one that's always been popular in America. 2 films that actually have sequels that not many people even realize it. One, the Rocky Horror Picture Show actually has a sequel to it called Shock Treatment.
I love Shock Treatment.
I've seen that one.
I knew about it. I haven't seen
it.
I want to see it.
It's really
I've never
Right
seen
now,
Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I've seen Shock Treatment.
Now, how about this one? Remember Christmas Story? Ralphie, you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually one called A Summer Story, which is a sequel.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, you
There's
know
a
what I
sequel
found out?
to A Christmas Story called A Summer Story.
Yeah, you know something I found out is that there's a Revenge of the Nerds 4. I didn't even know there was a 2.
You people
Yeah, there's
There's
two.
5 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's 2, 3, and 4.
I'm
No, there's
pretty
5.
sure there's 5.
There's a 5.
Yeah. It's when
Damn.
he becomes the main nerd, he becomes a professor and he marries the hot chick from the first one. And the main jock, he's the PE coach. And it's a whole new group
No.
of kids.
No, the main. The main jock from. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
I was
He's
gonna-
like the
no,
PE
no,
coach
the main
all
jock-
at the same time.
No, the main jock was some washed up old deputy sheriff. But I know which one you're talking
one of the
about, Chadwick.
kids.
Huh?
One of the college students, the one that always gave the main nerd all the problems. He was like the leader of the jocks.
No, he was.
No.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. But he's at the beginning of the movie, he was just a washed up sheriff that they made dean.
Oh yeah, he was Dean. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's also the Revenge of the Nerds that had John Panette and Henry Cho in it. You know,
don't
Henry
remember.
Cho, a guy that reminds me of a cryptic. He's a Korean guy, speaks with a fucking Texas accent.
Yep,
You know, they'll say, "Oh, you're Korean." Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Korean.
Is that the
South
one
Korean.
when Booger and the Chinese dude are learning to catch flies out of the freaking air with chopsticks? I think it is number 5.
I think they were hawking loogies to
Yeah,
get the flies.
they're hawking loogies. That's right.
that
He was trying to
Sean-
learn
But
to
I
be the
think-
most disgusting person on the earth.
Right, but I think that was the
That's
second,
what it
or second or third one. Him and the old Chinese guy, because that was the one
Okay.
where they were in Miami Beach.
Yeah, that was hard. It's hard to watch or remember them because I watched them all in order, all in one
Yeah.
night, and I haven't watched them since. So they all blend together.
Actually, the one that gave him the most trouble directly, Ogre. I don't think he was in 4 or 5.
Booger or Ogre?
Ogre.
I can't remember. I know he was in a lot of them.
Right. Well, at
Him
the end
and
of the
Booger
4,
were
at
the
the end
movie.
of 4, the whole group showed up except the the one guy that ended up in ER.
Are you on about Troll?
Huh?
No,
No,
nerds.
Ogre.
No, Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Troll was good though.
Troll 2 is one of my favorite. Ironically, is one of my ironic favorite movies. Just how
Yeah.
bad it is.
What was that
Oh,
one
no,
with the
no, when he
creature in
went-
the basket?
Basket case.
Was
Basket
it?
case is
Oh,
fun.
God.
I like that.
Oh God, there's like 6 or 7 basket cases. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of those.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The first one was the only good one though.
You know, I always thought it was hilarious that what was one of the worst horror movies ever, they actually made a sequel to it and tried to make it even worse than the first one, but it actually turned out funnier, even though it was a commercial flop.
Birdemic?
Attack and Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
There was a Return of the Killer Tomatoes?
Yeah, there was.
That
There
formed
was.
Yeah.
the kids' TV show, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was even a TV show, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Wasn't it?
Big humongous.
Wasn't it like a Troma thing? You know, like Toxic Avengers was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's like.
Yeah, it had a cult. It had a cult following. Yeah.
No, I think it was a Troma movie as well.
No, I don't
I used
think
to
it
love
was.
Troma TV.
I remember watching the cartoon.
Yeah, I love Troma movies though. Those are fucking great.
Truman.
Toxic Avengers, Poultry Guys.
Ghoulies.
I
Ghoulies
used
was
to love the
good.
Goonies.
Ghoulies was cool.
Tromeo and Juliet.
Goonies.
I'm not sure which one I liked better, Ghoulies or Critters.
Critters.
Yeah, Critters.
They're making a new one.
No.
Oh God. No.
Yeah, a brand new. It's not a remake. It's not a
No.
remake. It's a new one.
What? So they're just starting again and not following the plot?
It's going to be a whole new cast. Just the critters are going to be better. I've watched quite a few behind the scenes so far, and it looks really good.
Cool.
I'll
And
give it
they're
a chance.
redoing
I'll
Bill and Ted.
I'll definitely give it a chance. And yes, Thunder, we know The critters look like satanic tribbles. We know.
I haven't been paying attention. I got distracted and then started playing on my tablet.
Yeah, well,
There's
I'll
gonna
put it
be
into
a
your
Bill and
ADHD
Ted.
swap before you even get there.
There's going to be Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Why?
I just found out about it on Friday. That was my first question.
They
Why?
announced that like a couple of months ago, I think.
Yeah, I
they
never
did.
heard about it until Friday.
Yeah, well, they're still well. Keanu Reeves doesn't age, so you know.
It's
Well,
not going
after
to be. It's
watching
not
him
going to
in
be so.
Matrix and John Wick, it's going to be interesting seeing him go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's
rumors
not
that
gonna be good.
Nicolas Cage of vampires.
Nicolas Cage with vampires.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, there's a rumor that
It's a bit-
Keanu Reeves and Nicolas Cage are vampires. It's a joke rumor
Yeah,
Oh.
I've heard that.
because they don't change.
Because they never age.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves
Nicolas
been around
Cage has age,
18th century.
and I can sort of see Keanu Reeves' age, but it's really slow.
Yeah.
Well, come on, he's still alive in 2077. So
God
damn it.
Goon, are we going to have to talk about what's fiction and reality again?
it's real, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Shit, actually, Goon, have you ever heard the theory? Check it out sometime. There's actually a theory and a with actually pretty good logic to it that in all the Matrix movies, Neo wasn't actually the one. Agent
Nope.
Smith was.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I like that.
The
I
same
like
sort of
that
theory with the Star Wars about the balance of
Darth
everything.
Jar Jar. Or Darth Jar Jar.
Vader actually, even though his son was the chosen one, Vader actually was the one that fulfilled it.
Vader
Like,
was the one
in
that
the-
fulfilled it, but then
They named him the one, but Luke was actually the one, but then Vader went ahead and fulfilled it anyways.
Yeah,
That is
because
true,
at the
but you know the big irony, or the best one I heard about the Empire, or no, Return Jedi. Remember the entire time through all of it, Vader was never actually a Sith Master until he saved Luke from the Emperor.
Yeah, because you have to kill
Because-
your master.
Yeah,
don't you?
That's when he became a Lord. Yep.
Right.
Okay,
Before they
apparently
just called him
Rosie
Vader.
loves Jar Jar.
Oh,
That don't surprise me. I was
Oh,
going to say that does not
Rosie.
surprise me.
So disappoint.
Chadwick, did you ever see Shards of the Past?
Yep.
The fan. Oh my God, that was good.
Oh yeah, so good. I can't wait till the second part comes out.
I know. Oh, I loved.
If
I loved how
Disney needs to
basically.
leave him alone.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I absolutely love how the best goddamn Star Wars movie to be put out since the first three, back in the 80s,
Yeah.
was a goddamn fanfic.
And it was only 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it.
I like
it's not
Spaceballs.
2.5 hours, 2 hours. It was just 15 minutes, and it had me on the edge of my seat.
It was 15. It was actually, I think the total was like 17 minutes long, and they told
Yeah,
more
something like
story than all three prequels than numbers 7 and 8.
Have
Oh,
you seen
yeah.
Baseball's animated series though? It is fantastic.
No.
What?
Yes, Baseball's got an animated series.
Really?
No, really? I want
Yeah.
to see
Yes,
that.
Rosie. The,
The
New Hope
first episode is
one of the
basically
best.
a repeat of the movie, and then then it's off from there.
Ah. Well,
See,
anyway,
I
am
remember.
your mother's
Oh, you
brother.
gotta look up the theme tune.
I have this vague memory when I was 5 where I was like watching Spaceballs for the first time. My dad told me it was the sequel to A New Hope. Why is there a giant Hoover in the sky? He's just like, oh, that's the new Death Star. And I'm like, okay. I'm watching
What
it.
about
and I'm
I'll
like,
tell you what.
freaking special?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Tell you what, Goon. Would you like a really good laugh at something at Star Wars expense?
Go on.
I know I've said this to Peter and Britt in the past, Go on YouTube and look for, and the entire thing is available on YouTube. It ain't but 15 minutes long. Look for Hardware Wars.
Oh god!
It is the stupidest parody you could ever find.
Don't torture yourself.
It's about.
I couldn't understand what you're saying.
Is that a Muppet?
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to watch this.
He's Chinchilla, the Wookiee monster.
Chinchilla. Oh, that's gonna kill me.
Anyway,
I love that the Princess Leia literally has Kaiser rolls strapped to her head.
Anyway, it's 5 to midnight. I was going to pack this up at midnight. Blind Girl, I assume Blind Trucking is on.
Yeah, actually, I'm just sitting in the hangout all by myself.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll just go through. We'll go left to right on my screen as usual. Random Goon, have you got anything you want to shill?
Nothing at all.
That was fast. Blind Girl.
I love how you said that, Goon. That was awesome. Blind trucking in like 5 minutes ish. Yeah.
Okay, so hop over to Blind Girl's channel. There is a link on my main channel page to Blind Girl's channel. Britt?
Yep.
Come and check me out on Twitch, YouTube. I have not been well lately, so I've not been streaming as much, but hopefully when I start getting a bit better, I'll be streaming more. So I'm praying that you guys will come and say hello.
Okie dokie.
That's it.
Damn it.
I got a shit show tonight at 9:30 EST, live from the river.
Oh, you're doing another river one.
Rolling,
Yes.
rolling in the river.
Okay, Green Thunder.
I'm going to go ahead and shill this thing that Math Queen does every Sunday morning. It's a church live stream because I think we all need it.
Okey-doke. That's cool. That's cool.
That's Thunder's way of saying, boys, y'all really need Jesus.
What time does she do that?
I am not sure. I don't pay. It comes live. I get the notification. I start watching church.
Okay,
Okay,
brilliant.
I'll find it.
I think she does like the audio visual thing parts of it.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. Mr. Misanthropic.
All right. Sub to my channel. Link in the chat. Sunday Fun Day is on since I'm no longer dying. I'm probably go back to making videos at some point pretty soon. We have a lot of fun. I have the best shit show on the internet.
All right,
I'm sure
I looked up Math Queen and Peter pops up. What? Seriously, I looked up Math Queen and your channel popped up.
Whose channel?
And that might
Peter's.
be because Math Queen's in the title of one of my videos. Last week's pub stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week's
Okay.
pub stream.
Yep. That explains it.
Yeah.
But you
Pumpkin.
popped up before her.
All right, Pumpkin Trucker, almost daily dash cams. Don't know exactly. Well, I don't know exactly what time I'll be starting tomorrow, but going to Silver Spring, Maryland. It's just outside of Washington D.C. area. That's where you get to see that big castle-looking sumbitch.
Woo.
Just really quickly, Mr. Misanthropic. Rosie's asking for a link to your Discord.
Yep. Let me get that up here. Do Discord.
Said the
Load.
All right, I'll see everybody over there.
All right, take it easy, man.
See you, man.
Well, all that remains then is for me to say...
There's some
Discord link is in the chat.
Awesome. All that remains for me to say then is thanks for joining, everyone. Thank you to Omegan and Rosie for joining in earlier. Thank you to Random Goon, Brit Gamer Girl, Dammit Chadwick, Green Thunder, Mr. Misanthropic, and Pumpkin Trucker and Blind Girl for popping in as well. You're all amazing. Apart from you, you know who you are.
Thanks, fucker. I love you too.
Yeah, I know.
Basically, peace out, peace off, and get out of my pub, everyone.
Sex.